ready to roll.
So, evening everyone, welcome to Damage Does D&D, the campaign Helloran Rising, episode 20. You've got
20?
20. It's
My
just
God.
unbelievable. I don't know how it's gone so quickly. It feels like we're only like 5 or 6 episodes in, but this will be the 20th one. So, let's make it a nice funky one, shall we? So, the last we were here, you escaped out of the tunnel into the night air and were followed by lots of small imps, no more than 3 or 4 inches in height, starting to pour out of the passageway behind you. Seeing Melissa, they stopped and started to sort of meld together in a very unsettling, horrifying way as they cracked and melted and squished themselves into another creature. When they complete this, a mouth opens and a voice calls out, "Ah, Heartseeker! 'Tis good to see you in person." Well, almost. And the conversation went on with this thing asking Melissa about the contract that and the fact that she had the other half with her, motioning to Florian. It then noticed there were dwarves and the smell of reorcs was on the air. It wasn't very happy about that, and the dwarves, being dwarves, opened fire and missed. And even when you did hit, it didn't seem to bother this creature, it just sort of filled itself up with more of these little imps. You decided eventually just to back off, as it wasn't really getting anywhere, this conversation, and it didn't seem to be advancing on you in any way. But Florian, just before you left, asked, "Why me? Why my sister?" Only to be told to ask the Heartseeker. Moving swiftly down the hillside, you make your way towards the camp that Miette knows. You see glimpses of the small imps around the hillside as you go, but nothing seems to come near to you. And indeed, Celeste covers the path behind you in frost just to sort of discourage things. Melissa seems very downbeat and pensive on this trek down the hill, and Miette is growing increasingly concerned that she's missed the camp, and is mightily relieved when she finally catches some signs of it. Approaching the camp, Miette sees signs of others inside and decides to go in alone. She is then threatened by a tall tabaxi who relents when Miette explains what is going on. You all enter the camp and see a group of 4 tabaxi, a young girl who is seriously injured as she was caught in the fog. Celeste and Yorick join forces to try to cure her, and you think she's going to be okay. The tall tabaxi, Driff, introduces the others and offers to share what food that they have. There's Mistress Forinel, Driff herself, Trannick, and the young girl is called Lauren. Melissa tries to explain that she does not know what the creature was, nor did she sign a contract with anyone. Florian and the rest of you work out that that's a bit of a lie, and she then says that yes, well, she is in a contract, but with Vale, the head priest, who it turns out is a devil, a succubus in fact. But Melissa's quite sure that Vale has changed and is not evil in any way at all anymore. Florian, not happy about this turn of events, and questions Melissa about his and his sister's involvement. But Melissa claims not to know anything about this. After some more conversation, dirty looks, and indeed punching, or love taps as they're known, you decide that speaking to Vale herself would probably be the best next move. Although Melissa stresses over and over that Vale cannot be evil. Finding out that it's at least a week since she was shipwrecked, Snow is most upset that Mickle has been abandoned this long, and Drift says she can draw you a map to the river, to the fastest route, and states that you really should get some rest, otherwise you won't be able to help anyone. The first watch is taken with Snow, Miette, and Yorick. Yorick attempts to contact Reorx, but doesn't really get an answer back, other than a feeling that maybe Reorx is a little busy, and maybe just a smidge upset with him. Drift and Miette swap stories of the monsters in the fog. She explains that the rest of the caravan is missing, presumed dead. They were attacked by the fog and only just made it here in time. Mistress Foronel is extremely upset that they ran, but Drift is convinced they would all be dead if they had not. They did lose both the wagons and all of the other members. Seeing nothing else of note, the Trellador and Celeste take over the watch, letting everyone else take a much needed rest. And again, the night is calm and quiet. Brings welcome rest. In the morning, Lorne is seemingly awake and able to talk briefly. Drift draws a map for Miette. An emotional goodbye is taken before Miette runs back into camp to tell Drift that they may have opened a portal to the hells up on the hillside. This, as you can imagine, goes down really well. But leaving the camp, you head down for the riverbank, following Drift's map. You follow the riverbank north, getting your first glimpses of the city of Dar, an amazing eclectic collection of spires, domes, minarets, and many other styles of buildings of worship that litter the skyline. On closer inspection, Snow notices a temple that has the upside-down heart or spade-like symbol on it that appears to be in the last stages of being built. The dwarves notice that quite a lot of these buildings are not very well constructed at all, and in fact probably fall down quite a lot. And as you glance for a way to cross the river, that's where we'll pick it up. You're standing opposite the city of Dar, glancing around for a way to cross the river. What would you like to do?
Look for a way to cross the river?
Okay. Make a perception check.
Key headings on the side we're on, or anything like that?
Make a perception check.
Nope.
What's your roll?
In total with my plus of 5.
Yeah, you don't see anything obvious on this side. Certainly, the
There's
rushes.
a river there?
This is your city, isn't it?
Actually, as it's your city, I'll give you advantage.
Oh, thank you very much. So 22 instead.
22,
then.
right, okay. So at first glance, you're like, huh? And then you've recalled this side of the city that you haven't been to very often. But you know there's a ferry a little bit further north. And indeed, you can see the gap in the vegetation on the riverbank this side that slopes down. As you walk up, there is a bell on a pole. There's no sign of the ferry on this side. It seems to be on the other side at the moment. There is a bell on a pole.
Well, I do believe we gotta ring this, but I'm not entirely sure we want to do that. Quite a lot of attention to ourselves.
Got any better ideas?
Don't see that we got any other choice if we need to cross.
I don't mind doing it.
Yeah, go ring the bell, Gus.
All right. Ding, ling, 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 ling.
So as you ring the bell, it sort of echoes around the countryside. And you can see across the river in the city, a flag is waved. So a red and yellow flag is waved. And then stops.
I'll wave back. Hello.
You stand there and you wait. And eventually you see being poled out from the city what you assume is a ferry. From this distance it looks quite small. You're not sure you're all going to get on it. But as it gets closer and closer, you realise how wide this river is. And the boat appears. It looks to be a flat-bottomed boat with fairly low sides. With I don't know if you've ever seen the pull chain ferries that have ramps almost at the back and front of them. It's like that, but it's not being pulled. There's two people on it, poling it, a la gondola style. And it gets closer and closer and closer. You can see that, you would fit quite easily, all of you, on this.
What's the recognition of the yellow and red flag? Is it of a particular?
Wasn't it a red and white flag?
Red and yellow.
Oh, red and yellow. Okay, sorry.
Like a particularly
it's just literally to let people on the far bank that have rung the bell know that they've heard you.
yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know if it was like a
You can make a history check if you wish.
You know, Yorick, I'll say in Dwarvish, I don't know how they do things around here. They're all so cautious, aren't they? It's like they're scared to sneeze.
Crazy.
If we weren't here, they'd get nothing done, would they?
Well, they'd all be still back in the first town, just twiddling their thumbs, thinking of doing something.
Deciding whether to wipe their asses or not.
What'd you get?
17.
17. Yeah, you can't remember any real reason why it's red and yellow. I mean, Dar has no official flag or anything that you can recall, so yeah, it's just random, you would think, probably. But the ferry approaches, hits the bank with a sort of as it slides up, and the front ramp is let down, and an elderly gentleman beckons you on. Come along, we haven't got all day.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Don't forget the passage is 1 silver each.
I'll step over to him and
Is this enough? And I'll give him a gold piece.
I was about to put a gold piece in his hand.
I'll get your change. Hold on.
You keep the rest, it's fine.
Oh, a tip. He's given us a tip, Daryl. Oh, he's dead. I forgot. I'll tell him later.
Oh, that's tickled me. Sorry.
Daryl walking along the other side of the boat with his pole.
Oi, oi.
And the old man sort of cranks a handle, and the ramp comes back up again. Right, off we go! And they start poling you off the bank and across the river. And it's a fairly gentle crossing. The river's nice and flat and calm, doesn't seem to have a very strong current. So it seems this elderly gentleman and Daryl, who seems sort of mid-20s.
I take it it's not very deep here then if you're using a pole.
The poles are about 60 feet long.
Oh, gosh, you must be
Is it-
very strong.
Well, it's not that deep, no. If in the middle, it gets a bit, but we've got enough momentum by then that we don't need the poles, you see.
Oh, right. Okay.
So that's what we do, is we do the poles, and then we'll get the momentum going, and then we can just sort of drift. Unless it's really, like, strong current, and then we've got to fight it a bit. But, we've got a rudder at the back there, and,
Do you not get bored?
Bored? Oh, it's a brilliant life. All we
imagine
do...
you get to meet all sorts of fascinating people.
Exactly. We get to meet lots of interesting people, and then when we're not doing this, we get to sit around and drink a beer. It's great.
Well, that sounds quite good.
Sounds a good life to me.
It's wonderful. I don't know what bored you would get doing this. It's, and as you see, like Daryl's like literally saying nothing, doing nothing, just doing this. He looks bored, stupid. eventually you get across to the other side, into the city dock.
As we approach the dock, I'm going to step over to Snow. Now, I understand you ain't going to trust me. I understand that entirely, but I do stress. You take your eyes off those two dwarves, they're going to be gone.
I have warned them, and if they choose not to take that warning, that is up to them.
Just thought I'd mention it again.
Send a message to DM.
Sorry.
Oh, Yorick, someone said that these people, there are bad people in Dar that are going to try and steal our armour, so I think we better disguise ourselves, don't you?
Disguise ourselves as
Yeah.
well.
I'm going to get the scarf that Snow gave me. That has been washed. Wrap it around my head and over my shoulders. Fishwife.
Wait.
There you go. I'm disguised. No one will see me now.
I can still see your beard poking out the bottom of that.
Oh, all right. I'll
Yes.
try and tuck my beard inside.
Just make sure that you cover the gems on your armor. That will be good enough to discourage at least the brazen thieves.
Well, our armor's mostly covered with gems. I don't think we can just cover them.
Well, you could put your cloak over the top, couldn't you?
Do you not have a cloak that you can pull around you?
Nope.
I feel like you're going to be more worried about people stealing the entire dwarf.
This is true, but
They can try.
Oh, bite their bloody fingers
Oh, they
off.
will.
We biters, you see.
They just be careful.
Anyway, I'm disguised. No one will know who I am now.
Anyone see Gus? Where he's gone?
Okay.
I was gonna ask DM on the way. I didn't realise the trip was gonna be that short, but I was gonna ask, how close were we to the new temple that was built?
You would say probably about 3 blocks or streets away from where that new temple is.
How close were we when we passed over the water? How close did we get to it?
Oh, you wouldn't have got to it very close at all.
Okay.
The way you're going, where the ferry goes to and from, is a sort of almost direct line. And the temple you saw as you were walking up. So before you got to the ferry, so it would be like 3 streets down from where you land.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
So as you come into land, you can hear the noise of the city. And it is a noisy city. There are street callers. There are people calling the faithful to prayer. There are bells ringing. There's a lot of noise. It is a sort of cacophony of just general city noise, plus this extra competing temples that all seem to be competing for people to bring them in and worship their one true God. And as you depart from the ferry was, thank you very much, have a lovely day, won't you? I'm just gonna drink a pot of beer and I'll wait for my next fare.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
What a nice man.
He was alright, yeah.
So you turn and the city of Dar lays before you. The street you're on, from you can see there are a couple of other docking spaces for other boats. There don't appear to be any there at present. But the street you're on leads into the city centre, and it is lined with various buildings in various states of disrepair. Some are being actively worked on, others look as though they haven't been touched for centuries, others look absolutely brand spanking new, others look weathered, like I've been there for 50 years. It's a real mix of styles and architecture. It's just overwhelming for those of you, especially the dwarves, that have come from rigid, structured societies with buildings that have codes that they have to abide by to be actually constructed. It is insane.
This makes my head ache.
So, what exactly is our game plan here?
Well, I know I'm
Well,
going straight to the temple.
Snow,
Go too
I
near that
feel.
building, it's going to fall down soon. Look at the bloody craftsmanship, it's awful.
I thought, Snow, you wanted to confirm about, inquire about what happened to the captain and the crew.
Well, they were good enough to give us passage. It is only fair that we find out what happened to them.
And then I'll lead you out to the temple, and y'all can do what you want from there.
So we should be careful in these streets there. Like you say, there's devils on every corner.
And
There are
indeed, you can see
kidnappers,
tieflings and
con men.
halflings, half elves, orcs, all manner of people.
There are thieves and con men and kidnappers on every corner.
Well, I
And how
do
many of these-
declare, look at that. Ain't that the Heart Seeker? Hey, Heart Seeker, you've been gone a while, right?
Been out doing important business.
Turns to you, important business. Don't forget, when you get back home, pull me one.
Friend of yours?
And he just wanders off into the city with his mate, and they're laughing themselves stupid.
What do they mean by that then? Pull them one what?
I think about answering Gus for a moment, then decide against it.
Okay.
Well, that's a bit rude. I'll shoot him in the face.
Seems like you're a celebrity of sorts in this place.
Big temple. We ain't exactly secretive.
I'd like to follow on sort of half a step behind Yorick and keep a wary eye on anyone trying to steal his armour. Although I can't see how they're going to steal it, but if they do, I'll just chop their hand straight off.
Noted.
I assume we're heading towards some kind of dock house, particularly any
Don't know. You haven't
tabaxi.
told me what you want to do yet.
Can I see anywhere that there would be, or are there any tabaxi about?
Sure, make a perception check.
18.
18. Yet there are quite a few tabaxi about. There don't appear to be any tabaxi craft moored at this particular dock. But looking up along north, you can see there's another slightly larger dock where the river gets even wider. So you suspect that that's where it would be if there are. But there are some tabaxi that are not associated with boats. They don't appear to be dressed for rivercraft, nor do they seem to be wandering gusts. It looks like they may once have been treading waters, but suspect that they are no longer.
Do I know of a major dock house that's run by treading waters in this city?
Yeah, you do. There is one further to the north in the bigger boatyard.
If you want to inquire, Snow, it's this way. And I'll lead the party up to that dock house.
Can I have a marching order, please?
I'm obviously in the lead.
Uh-huh.
No, be keeping step. But in normal fashion, he'd have a pair of knives in his hand.
Okay, so Melissa, Snow.
I'll dawdle at the back, making sure
Yeah.
the dwarves don't run off.
I'll be in the middle somewhere.
Hi, Yorick.
I'll go third then, behind.
So Yorick, Gus.
I'll go behind the doors.
I'll fall in step with Celeste.
Celeste, Liet, and then Florian and Trillador at the back. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
So I can hold hands without anyone seeing me.
Indeed. So you make your way along the not so busy river crossing dock, past a very grandiose, sort of almost think Methodist church style. It's one of those where it's huge frontage, but it doesn't seem quite right. And you, as you pass the doorway, you can look in and you can see it's literally just a shed behind this huge frontage. There's no sort of building behind it. It looks really precarious. And there's a tabaxi sort of standing in the doorway. Looks to be maybe wandering gusts once upon a time. Sort of looks at you, and says, I got what you need right here. Come on in. We can talk about anything you like.
She's gonna stop for a second and scrape a paw towards him and keep walking.
Like that. I get it. I get it. Sort of resumes his sort of leaning up against the post, slouching on the wall. Okay. So you make your way without difficulty to the trading centre, which is noticeably smaller than the other ones in the other cities that you found. There's not a huge amount of trade that goes on down here. It's mainly passengers that the tabaxi take away from Dar and to Dar. And indeed, you can see boats being loaded with people and unloading. And there are some goods and services, but not a huge amount.
I would put one of the daggers away, but keep the other one.
Okay.
So, what do you want to go and speak to the captains, or do you want to speak to the trade center themselves?
I leave that to you, Snow. So,
Okay, I'll head inside the trade center.
Okay. There are a number of tabaxi and a number of humans, a couple of orcs look to be doing business. There is a younger human woman sat at a table that seems to be empty at the moment. She sort of looks up as you approach. Ah, yes. Takes a notebook. Which craft?
We are not part of any craft. I was going to inquire and see if anybody has picked up any survivors of the Chenery.
The Chenery? I have not seen the Chenery here yet. It's supposed to arrive a few days ago. It is listed as not arriving yet.
The Chenery was sunk. It was attacked by sea elves and sunk.
It was sunk.
Yes.
Okay, and you are claiming salvage? What is it? What are you doing?
I'm trying to find out if anybody has come the same way in...
You are the first person that has mentioned the Chenery being sunk. So, it would seem that you are the first person to report this. Where was it sunk?
It was on the... Can I give sort of an approximate path
you
that
tell
we came
us
down to?
where your route was, what course you were following, and the island you described. Okay. And you say there are survivors?
Yes, there
Okay,
were.
I will organize somebody to go and pick them up. Should not be too long. And your name, please, sir?
Snow on the riverbank.
Snow on the riverbank. I see you have not been to Dar before. So,
No.
a quick warning. Dar is a very dangerous place. Please keep your valuables with you at all times. If you have problems, unfortunately there is no city watch, there is no city guard. What we tell all of our traders is be very, very careful. Sleep on your boat.
I don't...
In your case, this could be a problem.
But I'm
There
sure
are.
anybody that gets too close will not get too close if I stick them with this.
I applaud your inspiration. Have a wonderful day. I will organize. I must go and organize this for you right now.
Can I just
Okay.
sidle up behind Snow and sort of tug him on the back? Say, are you going to tell him about the dwarf, about the pirates?
Oh, the Antiva.
The
Yeah.
Antiva?
Uh,
You have news of the Antiva as well.
yes, it attacked us on the way down, and we managed to sink it.
Sank the Antiva. I see. And where was this?
It was a bit further back from, and it describes
Yeah.
the patch where we did.
Okay. Cool.
Mieta's going to have a coughing fit and step back outside.
Okay.
Coughing.
Fair enough. See, you're going outside. Is anybody else still outside, or did you all come in?
I'm probably waiting outside.
Yeah. Right
Yeah,
outside.
probably waiting outside as well.
Okay. All right. So the Antiva, I will send the recovery crew. There were many valuables supposedly on that ship. Okay. It's you've turned my morning into a very busy one. Thank you very
Yeah.
much. But news of Mikkel would be most welcome. He is a good man.
Yes.
Where can I reach you if you are staying in town?
We haven't secured any lodgings yet, but I can send word once we are settled.
Okay, that is good. Okay. As I
But
say, I
if
cannot recommend anywhere to stay in this godforsaken hall. But please take care. I'm sure she looks scared at your knife. Sure, you'll be fine.
we will manage. But
She,
any news of Mikkel once you have it would be appreciated.
of course.
He is an old friend.
We will do our best. But she sort of runs off to start organising things. So those of
Right.
you, sorry, go ahead.
Fair. I'm done.
Those of you that are outside, you can see the various people that are getting on and off the boats. Most of them seem really excited to be here as they're coming into Dar, and anyone that wants to can make a quick perception check that's looking about.
Natural 20.
Ooh, hello.
19.
19. Celeste, what'd you get?
11.
11. And Yorick?
7.
7. Yeah. It's all fairly new. I mean, the boats and stuff you're kind of used to now, but these buildings, some of them should have fallen into the water a long time ago. Celeste, again, you have not experienced this kind of city before, being where you're from. Most of the elven cities are beautiful to look at. This is hideous. It's just awful. Nothing matches, everything's misshapen and weird, and there are so many people shouting at each other. It's horrible. Florian, you quite like Dar. It's it's an acquired taste, but you've been here for quite a while, so you kind of know what to expect. And you look around and indeed you see the various people coming off the boats, and you know from experience which ones are going to end up with no money and begging for a passage back onto one of the boats, and which ones might yet survive, and which ones are just going to disappear completely. But you don't notice anything particularly odd or distressing. It all seems fairly normal. Yet, you, however, you see all of this, and you can see people coming off the boats that are just easy targets, too easy. And you can see the false confidence of people that are coming off the boats who are still easy targets, but they think they're not. And you see just out the corner of your eye, just a glimpse of what appears to be a tiefling that you kind of recognise. And as you turn to look, he limps away, both legs very stiff, and just disappears into the crowd.
Legs stiff as if he'd previously had his knees broken.
Could be. You certainly you recognise the face, and once you see the stiffness in the legs, you think, oh yeah, I remember that face.
I think we may have friends in town.
Who?
Someone who should not really be here. To be honest, I'm not sure.
It's very cryptic.
Well, you would know him very well if you saw him again.
Care to elaborate? I mean, you're starting to sound like Melissa if you're cryptic.
Well, he may remember you far better than you remembered him because you ensured he couldn't follow us.
Ah.
Oh.
Do you think he saw us, or
I don't know, he was gone in a moment, but we were certain the fog took him and his companion.
Well, we heard screams.
I don't know how the same man could be here.
I don't think we knew for certain that they got lost to the fog. We just heard screams.
We heard screams and we heard the screams end. And then the fog kept us trapped in trees. It was a reasonable assumption.
That doesn't
That
really
is
matter.
mighty
They're not a
hard.
threat to us, are they?
well, they went on their own, but in a city like that, they're bound to have people they know.
Exactly.
And next time there could be more than two of them.
Yeah, just keep an extra eye out for anybody who may be trailing us as well.
I will be extra vigilant.
Okay, so at this point, Gus and Snow come out of the trading post. You are
Y'all
all
alright?
together again.
I'm gonna fix Snow with a look.
And just inclines his head at Miet with a frown.
When she has done all the organisation and has calmed down, do you think she will think to wonder how we didn't arrive by boat, but we witnessed the sinking of the Antiva and we knew where your friend's boat went down?
I don't think they really want to ask too many questions. And I don't think to provide too many answers. We give them what
Yes.
they want, they leave us alone.
News travels, and we know not everyone here is going to be our friend.
Of course, nobody here is going to be our friends, let's face it. The majority of these bastards are going to try and strip us bare and leave us crying for our mamas.
Why does anybody possibly live in this city?
Hopefully.
Thieves, charlatans.
Wanting to
Melissa's-
get away from a life you don't want.
I suppose
Really?
people don't have much choice.
No, right, but there are other choices, aren't there? There's other towns and other cities, and yet nobody said a good thing about this place, and yet people seem to live here. I don't
In the
understand.
moment.
You say people looking for a better life or something, but it seems to me like anyone would be looking for a better life than this. This would be the
Yarick,
place that you're trying to escape from.
Yarick, have you ever been panicked
Probably
and
not. No.
not sure what to do? Made a decision just out of the blue that you weren't even sure was correct. You just went through with it.
Looks at Gus.
Although there are good people everywhere, Melissa, I doubt you would find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy this side of the continent.
Unfortunately, you're very right.
If you've got an inspiration point, I'd like to take it away.
Thank you.
I don't.
Good, because you're not getting one for that.
But
It doesn't
Lung
appear that
Tabaxi could do very well here. Sorry.
it doesn't appear that in a place like this there's not much travel outside of boats, and not everybody can afford to get on one. And those who come here, it seems, either thrive or lose what they have and cannot get back again.
come here and spend all your money and find yourself without anything. Just looking for a way to go home.
Oh, you can be like me, Yark. This city, this place, and temple kind of made me who I am right now, so that's one good thing to come out of it.
Well, in that case, it can't be that bad here, can it?
Snow
Well,
pulls his
Depends on the temple you go to.
Snow pulls his hood forward and puts his arms through the sleeves of his. It's almost like a coat rather than a. He just pulls it tight across all of his sort of weaponry, hiding the majority of it.
Yep.
Happy eyes. Well,
Oh.
I can lead us to the temple. I'll take the safest route.
Would you
What
know
happens
that?
from there?
Do you know if your chief devil will be in? Do we need to make an appointment?
In all honesty, Trellador, I don't know. I don't think Melissa knows, and I ain't the one for making appointments today.
I think Melissa knows more than she's letting on, as we find out more every day.
We can
I'm
have this
not
conversation
Trellador.
somewhere else, can't we?
I can promise you, Trellador, I do not know what is happening.
Promises, promises. I've heard it all before.
And let's
As you
face
do.
it, if she's as powerful as we think, she already knows we're coming.
Gus,
Yarp.
what's your passive perception? I should have had that up, really.
11.
11. Okay. Has anybody got a passive perception of 15 or more?
I have 18.
18? Wow.
16.
Okay.
Yeah, 16.
So as you two are not involved in this current conversation, you both see just lying on the floor is a half-orc, and he's currently got his hand up underneath Gus's cloak and is trying to prise one of the gems out of the leg plate of his armour.
I will kick him very hard.
Okay, make an unarmed attack.
Hey. What do I add to that? Ooh, 4 plus 6. 23.
23. Nice. Yes, that definitely hits. Roll damage, please.
Just flat 5 points.
5 points. Okay, cool. Just get this up.
I do not recommend you do that.
As he's oh, fuck, oh!
And as I do that, I sort of jump round and go, "Oh, you bastard!"
Oh! He just runs. Just runs
How
off.
did you not notice that?
I was focusing on the conversation.
Keep your coin secured. I'm currently moving my coin purse to a very private spot.
Okay.
Yeah. Snow pulls the coin purse and sort of puts it inside he's jerking under the chest plate of his armour.
Cat on stream.
Yeah. And Gus
Yeah,
will take his coin purse and his gem purse and stick it in his trousers, inside the front of his trousers.
Okay.
When he gets there,
Pocket there.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
I've got my secret pocket, haven't I? Yeah, I'll put it in the
You
pocket.
do.
Flying will do the same and put it in where he would
Oh,
usually
in the
keep
front of
it.
my trousers.
No,
In the front of Trellador's trousers,
Yeah.
obviously.
for half an hour.
Okay.
I
So,
will pull my cloak tightly around me.
Okay.
You're harder to steal from if we're moving. Let's go.
Yes, let's go. Lead on.
I'm
Okay.
going to lead everyone through our
Okay.
on the safest route that I know
Safest
to the
route
Temple
you
of the
know.
Broken Heart.
Okay, so you take a few twists and turns and you end up on wider streets than you've been on currently, because you bet that the main streets are going to be safer than the side streets and the back alleys. So you wander along and you pass a market selling food stuffs and other bits and pieces. It's a lot of smiling, happy people, faces, urging you to try goods and bits and pieces from the market.
I'll occasionally point to a temple front or a market stall and say, "Give that one a wide berth," and just guide people.
You get past one of the temples that you do know has a good reputation, the Temple of Rest, where travellers can stay safely. And there's basically an open invitation for anyone that's in need to drop in and have a rest, have a meal, and then move on. Nothing else required. As you get there, it's boarded up, shut, which is, ever since you've been here, you've never seen that place shut, ever.
That's disheartening. Keep us moving.
Okay, so you move on, and eventually you come down to the familiar street on the outskirts of the city, furthest away from the river, and you can see the large building that's familiar to all of you, that very first temple that you saw. It looks like that from the outside, although it is slightly different. The arched doorway that you saw and that, Melissa, you were expecting has been split into two. That somebody's crudely put up a wall in the middle of it, so in effect creating two doorways. And
Is there anyone standing outside?
there is not, and that's unusual. Normally there would be somebody on the door.
There's
Just
something wrong.
Any different signage or symbols than what we would be used to?
you don't see any signage or symbols different. The ones that are normally there are there, but there's nothing new apart from this sort of splitting of the doorway. So on the hang on, what I will do is there we go. Okay, so as you come up on as you come up on the street outside, you can see there are two doorways. As I said, it's been crudely built. On the left hand side, as you look at it, is what looks like half of your temple door standing ajar. On the right hand side is an open doorway with somebody standing in past a wall or something. It all looks a bit weird.
Motion for some people to stand back, and I'm going to walk up the steps and just kind of look in each doorway.
I follow. I'll do
Which one are you
whatever
looking
doorway
in first?
I probably start off kind of cocking my head to the left and then looking in.
Okay. So looking into the left, a little bit more. So you can see what looks to be Vale standing, and reading from her book.
And off to the right.
Off to the right, you just see seems to be somebody standing in front of some sort of bar. And if you look in a bit further, you can see some tables, chairs.
Does it look like someone from the Tavern of Rest? From the Temple of Rest?
It's nobody you recognise.
Can we hear Vale speaking?
Yeah, you can see. You can hear her exhorting. Now, it's very important that you spread the word of love, and I don't mean just any kind of love. I mean all love. It's a standard, Tuesday morning sermon to whoever would be passing or listening.
All right. Well, I always ask. And I'll kind of look back and just kind of go,
I'll just walk in.
I guess something's happened. And I'll walk in the left-hand side with Florian.
Okay. So as you walk in the left-hand side, you can see.
This is unveiled.
Doom. Doom.
There we go.
Good fun, AJ. Good fun.
I definitely didn't name a major member of my backstory after that, just for a pun.
Yeah, you did.
Actually,
Okay, let's see. Hopefully this works. And you can actually see. There we go. That's all right now. So, as you walk in, you see your normal temple, which, as you can see, you've got Vale sitting on her large seat, but it's very small, and obviously there's the doorway over here to where the dormitories would be, and you see a much reduced congregation, and all of the pews and benches have disappeared. They've all been gone. You suspect they've been broken up to use for this wall that's appeared behind Vale's chair.
sorry, is that Captain
It is
Fantabulous?
Captain Fantabulous. That's why you could see my forehead for a lot of that time.
Maybe.
That's what happens when you don't come pick him up.
Yeah.
Hey, if he's being used, he's being used.
He's being used as crowd.
Yeah.
Actually, he does have a name, but you don't know that yet.
I will kind of steel myself and kind of
You're walking
step in.
Yeah, I'll be just right up in front as well.
Okay, so as you come through the door, I see everybody else is moving in as well.
Oh, yeah.
Snow would be Melissa's shadow at this point.
I'll be
Leaving them to what they do.
I have
back.
sent you a message as well.
Okay, cool. Oh, messages everywhere. Let me just pop everybody in here. Trinidad, you're staying at the back, are you?
Yeah, I'll just guard the doorway.
Okay, just pop you there then. There we go.
As we kind of step in, I'll kind of reach a point and stop and just watch Vale with a smile on my face, just listening to the sermon.
Okay. So you see, my beautiful ones, if you send your love out to the world itself will give love in return. Now I see we have some visitors. Oh my. My heart seeker has returned. Everyone, bow down. Your heart seeker is here. What a glorious day. and also her protector, advisor, and all-round champion, the beautiful Florian, has
You know what's
returned
coming
to
next,
us
Jazz.
once more. Go on.
How genuine does he seem? How surprised does he seem to see us?
Yeah, I was going to ask that question as well.
Both make insight checks. Ah, my my darling Heartseeker, it is so good to see you, but why have you come back so soon? I expected you gone for such a long time, but you have returned with so many beautiful friends.
It has been a mighty interesting adventure, and it
I
seems I've been
cannot
along.
wait to hear all about it. You may, and I see you have gorgeous new friends. I hope they bring love and perhaps a little money to our cause. We have, as you may be able to tell, fallen on a little bit of a hard time here
I was going
since
to
you've been
ask.
gone. Yeah, well, we still have the dormitories across the way there, as you recall. My office has had to be sacrificed, so I spend my time here and next door, where we have leased part of our building to a very good friend who is running uh, uh, an establishment, if you will, for uh, food and drink and general research and entertainment, if you mind.
That sounds like a mighty good sacrifice, seeing as those kinds of places can lead to love blossom.
Indeed, I thought. See, I knew you would understand, my darling, because you are just the sweetest. I knew there was a reason I chose you for my heart seeker. Every time you open your mouth, you get me in my heart, and it's just so wonderful. I love you. I really do. And I
I love you too, Jazz.
extend all of this love to each and every one of your new friends, and especially my
So,
darling boy Florian. I have missed you so much.
21, by the way.
Celador feels nauseous.
Yep, fair enough. So 21 for you and Celeste.
Only 14, unfortunately. It rolled off a natural 20. I'm really
Oh,
sad about it.
so 14. Yeah, she seems uh, powerfully vocal. She seems in control of herself. She certainly seems pleased to see herself now, to see Melissa and Florian and all of you. Florian, she seems totally genuinely pleased and surprised to see you guys. She is absolutely overjoyed to see you. You do think it's a little odd that she's run out of money. Last time you were here, there was talk of expansion, and that's why you were gone to, find more people and spread the word of love.
Yep. So I will take my money pouch
Uh-huh.
just inside, and I will just chuck it towards her. Maybe this should help with some repairs and expanding the building of what we were going to do before you left.
Oh,
Or
my
before we left
darling,
that.
you are such a beautiful soul. I, I think you. And she gestures to Tiefling here, who picks up the pouch and hands it to her. She says, "But I hope we're not leaving you short, lovely Florian. I wouldn't want to leave you without any coin whatsoever. So maybe only donate as much as you can, my dear."
No, we gotta spread love in this world, haven't we? Give
We
love out,
do.
receive, so it will all come back round in time, won't it?
Of course it will, my darling. You
I'm
will be.
hoping in that case that I might be able to find Dakota at some point.
Dakota? Who is Dakota? Oh, wait,
So,
hang on. This is your sister, right? I remember you telling me about her. Ah, beautiful Dakota. Did she not leave with your father?
No, she left with my mother.
Your mother. I do apologize, my darling. I have so much on my mind. I apologize for not remembering those details. But yeah, she's surely safe with your mother, right?
Well,
Unless
think,
you were
why
telling
we're
me
here.
that she's in mortal danger.
I
I said
think,
nothing about model danger, did I? But you've just hit the nail right on the head.
I
I
have?
think,
Oh, well,
well,
that's...
darling, we've got a few things we need to discuss.
We
Perhaps
do?
this is a conversation for
How is
private.
everybody else looking? Like the followers,
The
the new
followers.
list. Yes.
They all seem to be intently listening to this conversation, smiling, nodding. Weird.
Do they
Uh,
seem like they might be under some kind of charm effect?
You could make an Arcana check if you wanted.
I would lean in just over Melissa's shoulder. Perhaps that is a conversation that we may wish to take private.
This is not listening to what Snow's saying.
Okay.
22.
22. You can't detect any charm magic. Certainly, it just... I mean, they don't look as though they're... I mean, you feel that they might be under the influence of Vale's speaking, but they appear to have sort of independent thought and minds. They're certainly not under any kind of magical effect.
Okay.
Yeah, we wouldn't be back so early if there weren't things that we...
Now, I'm detecting a note of, how can I put this? A note of concern in your voice, my heart seeker. And young
Yes.
Florian seems to be quite angry about something. I'm guessing it's something to do with Dakota. So why don't we go and take a seat in the comfortable chamber next door, and we can discuss this and make a plan to aid
As
Dakota in any kind of way that we can, because I'm sensing there is a threat here.
as she's just said that, can I just take a sweeping look around the rest of this chamber? Is there any other doors open? Can I see anywhere else?
There are there is a wall across here. Sorry, I
Yeah.
can't put the wall and the
Yeah,
door
no,
at the
yeah,
same
that's fine.
time. So it's...
Yeah, no, yeah, I get that. That's cool.
But yeah, this appears to be open and unfinished. There is the... It's just the doors to the dormitories, so you can see that. But that's the door to the dormitory. It's always been there.
Yeah.
But yeah, this whole room used to be the temple with the stone pews, and the office was over here in the corner, and yeah, it's very odd.
Indeed. Perhaps we go take a seat and talk about some things.
Okay, my darling. So she stands up and starts walking off this way.
I will walk after her and I'll just say in Infernal quietly to her, there's been some developments. And we've been seeing some things that have not just gotten me concerned, but I feel like might be concerning to you.
Oh, and she replies in Infernal, I see. Well, we better go and discuss this, had we not?
Mm.
She leads you into the second chamber, which is... Oh no. There you go, that makes a little more sense. She leads you round. And you can see this place has been turned into a bar. So if you'd let me know where you want to be in this bar, and just a little bit more. This is the bit where I drop it off the edge of the desk.
Good.
We sit round.
And then I cry. Okay. So where would you like to be?
I'll be
Back to all,
close to
please.
Vale.
Okay, so let's just move some of these chairs out. So you and Vale shall be here. So you're going to be on her right. Snow, where would you like to be?
Where the brazier is, behind Melissa and Vale, he will nestle in, sort of near to that,
Okay. About that?
just so he can. A little bit closer to the corner of the,
Oh,
just behind Vale.
in here, yeah.
Yeah, just so he can sort of survey the room, as well as keep an eye on the people in front of him.
Okie dokie. So, next we have Florian. Where are you going?
Yeah, I'd be on the opposite side of Melissa, close to Vale.
Okay.
No, as in
Oh, this way.
opposite the table. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yorick,
At the bar.
at the bar.
It's exactly what I was hoping you'd say.
At the bar.
At the bar.
Dwarven solidarity.
Celeste, where would you like to be?
I'll be next to Melissa, please.
Okay. And Miet.
Yeah, under the table, next to Celeste.
Okay. And Trelador.
I'll be behind Celeste, leaning against that wall, and just sort of keeping an eye on the entrance to
Okay.
this area.
What I'd stand about to say, what have the others done? What were at the sermon? That.
They have come into the bar, or some of them have. Others have gone back in to the dormitory. Actually, no, they wouldn't have done. They would have come into the bar. Sorry, I do apologise. Because generally, wherever Vale goes, she takes people with her. But they've not come up to right up to you guys. They've just sort of, some have gone to the bar, others are standing around, some looking at the books, whatever. So, what would you like to do?
So, we traveled up north by your request and did some fine old traveling, met some wonderful people, a lot of them here now with us. But we decided to take some work and took us to Giffield.
Oh,
From-
wow, my,
I've forgotten the first town's name.
I'm water.
Kleinwater.
Yeah, we went from Climewater to Giffield on a
Right.
little journey. And we found something so surprising along the way. We was walking along and down in some old stone cavern we found a strange looking temple that was well, mighty familiar to this
Oh,
one.
my, tell me more.
But it seemed like so much older, you know? Like
Older
a good few
what?
older than this temple. Older
Well,
than
I mean,
anything
Dar
I
is,
ever seen.
Dar is a strange place. I mean, this building's not new, but it ain't terribly old.
And we found that the thing we was carrying to make some coins started glowing. And it was a pretty little gem that ended up putting into a chair that looked an awful lot like yours and had the same little heart on the back.
Now that's interesting.
Put it in, and then things got nasty. The chariot needed to start being made of flesh, and it started trying to absorb me and Florian. And I'll kind of pull my hand out of my sleeve to show her that it's turned to stone.
Takes your hand. Oh, well, that is certainly weird. I've not seen that before.
It only did that after we, and I'll kind of look over the doors and look back. I put some water on it, and it proceeded.
I do not show mine, by the way. My hand is still within.
Okay. Make her. No, she's completely wrapped up in what Melissa is talking to her about.
The temple itself rose out of the ground and is kind of above ground between Climewater and Gearfield.
Wow.
But it got stranger than that.
Temple too?
Same as ours.
What?
Temple of Love had the same symbols all over the walls.
Wow.
It was most bizarre.
And this is where.
And have you got this gem?
Unfortunately not. We had to.
You had to deliver it, part of your
deliver
job
it, yeah.
I see. And who did you deliver it to?
I don't know, actually. I don't remember.
I can give you some of the drawings of the temple, though, because I've done them in all the temples you went to. So you will then see my hand. So she'll see that mine is stone. I'll get out my notebook and I'll
Florian,
go to
you were affected by this too. Have you all got a stone hand?
Fortunately, it was just me and Florian that was hard affected. And Celeste here had her finger turned to stone a little bit. She tried to help.
Oh, I see. That's wow, that's interesting.
Even weirder was a bit later we was looking for more work, and we found that some monster had been terrorizing Gearfield, and based on description sounded mighty heartless to me. So I took up my bow and we all headed along. Turned out to be a bone claw inhabiting another old ruin and another temple.
I haven't seen a bone claw for a number of years now.
for dramatic effect, and I'm doing this purposely as Florian and watching Vale very closely. I turn over the page to the second drawing of that temple with everything in.
And inside it had even more, and turned out another box we had obtained by some unsavory types attacking us had another gem. And that one activated, and we saw some strange things happen. Can't quite remember. Strange illusions.
Was this second temple? I see. Is this the drawing here, Florian?
Yeah, it had a.
Oh, I see. So
it had a symbol like an upside down heart.
The upside down version of ours. That's mighty weird.
It looked mighty similar to a temple we saw on the riverbank as we was coming down. When the new ones opened up.
Does it now? Well, I should send a runner and find out what it's all about.
I'll just
not feeling too.
lean over to Vale and just go, I do hope you're paying attention. The devil really is in the detail here.
Now, honey, I always pay attention, especially to you pretty boys like you.
So, Chad, can I just ask a question, DM?
Sure.
When I noticed the new temple there, you said it looked like it had been there for like at least like a couple of 3 months, right?
Yeah.
No? Yes? Hello?
Yeah, I did say yes.
Oh, sorry, he didn't come through. I was like...
It was just silence.
Oh, okay. No, yeah. But, yeah. It's been a couple of 3 months. But it was still in the process of being built.
Yeah.
And then there was the third one we came across. A
third
got
temple?
we got a little shipwreck as we was traveling south.
Wow.
And we found another one, and it had a symbol of a trident.
A trident.
And this time we saw some strange being. Looked
At
like he
this
was.
point, Celeste is going to say "mother" in Celestial to see if there's any reaction
Some
In
strange.
in Celestial.
Well, doesn't appear to be a reaction to that.
And there's some strange being made out of water. It took up a trident that we put in another gem that we had found. We seemed to keep ending up in our hands. But the trip out of that one was strange. This being seemed to show us some stuff that I couldn't quite understand, really. And then we found a doorway out. We started climbing, and there are pits all around us, with fires deep below.
Florian, if you want to interrupt Melissa, you're
Yeah,
just going to
sorry.
have to go for it.
Okay, so before you continue, Florian closes the book, puts it back in his satchel, and then goes round the table to where Trellador is,
Uh-huh.
and goes to exit through the open door,
Okay.
just to stand outside.
Going somewhere?
See what's up. As I go past, I'll be like, just trying something.
What? Walking through a door?
Yeah, you go out into the street.
Yeah, and I'm just going to stand outside for a second and just see if there was anybody was turned up, or if there's any
Make
movement.
a perception check.
16.
16. You see the normal view from the street. There doesn't seem to be anybody sort of hanging about weirdly, or nobody seems to have turned up. What exactly are you looking for? Just something
was
out of
just
the
saying,
ordinary?
yeah, anything out of the ordinary. If there was any I say groups, but sort of like small groups of people, 2 or 3, which would be walking towards the temple as we've just sat down and talking about all of
No,
this type
it
thing.
doesn't appear to be.
Okay, I go back in and stand next to Trellador on his left-hand side,
You alright,
right-hand side. Sorry.
Florian?
Yeah, there you go.
You want to go there? Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Florian,
alright.
you alright, darling?
Just making sure. I mean, I am your protector, so making sure we're all okay.
See, that's
Fair enough.
you see, Florian, such a wonderful wonderful being. I cannot recommend him highly enough to all of our friends here. She looks around the bar.
But as we was climbing out of that other temple, those pits of fires, it sounded an awful lot like, well, it looked an awful lot like, well,
Now,
the hells.
Melissa, darling Heartseeker, are you trying to tell me that you, and she looks around the bar and at the other people at the table, are you saying that, and she drops her voice, are you saying that what I think you're saying?
We went through the hells, and I'll kind of match her lowered voice. And we stepped out, and it had been a week since we'd last been up here on the surface. And
You
then
can see her eyes just a small little flare of fire in her eye.
most worryingly, these little creatures followed us out. Little tiny imp-like things. They amalgamated.
About 3 inches high?
Just about.
Just all fiery and stuff?
Yeah, and they kind of jumped all together and slowly merged until they made up a form. And it called me by my title.
It did what?
It called me Heartseeker.
You must have been mistaken then.
And it was talking about a contract.
What kind of contract?
It said that I had a contract with it, one that I had signed. When I said that I didn't sign no contract with it, it just laughed. I mean, I've recently been starting to be able to cast magic, but I assume that was because of you.
I mean, magic is such a strange and unusual thing, is it not? I myself can cast magic, as you know. I'm a creature of love.
And I don't know what it was, but when I used a little bit of blood to try and scare it off and get it leave us alone, I felt something strange. I'm worried. And I'll say in an even more hushed tone, trying to say it quietly enough that only me and her can hear. I'm worried about what you told me. Before.
Make a stealth check if you're trying to make it sure that nobody else hears. It's going to be pretty high DC, seeing as there are people right next to you, mainly Celeste, who's got a very high passive.
19?
19. Yeah. You actually, Celeste, you can make a perception roll to try and listen if you want to, as you are right next to her.
That's natural one.
Okay, so you don't hear what and Vale drops her voice and says in Infernal, "Now, you didn't tell these people what I am, did you? Because that might be difficult." And you hear the inflection into her voice, just the southern accent just suddenly drops. It's difficult in a more devilish tone.
I flinch and say, in the Infernal, I did, but they was not going to leave it alone.
Now, I'm sorry to interrupt you there, dear Melissa. Let us wear those drinks. I'm sure I asked somebody for some drinks. And you see the tiefling here brings over several mugs of ale, puts them all on the tables for you. Offers one to you, Florian.
I decline.
Trelador.
Yeah, I'll take.
Good enough.
And Snow as well. So just while that's all happening, let's just cut back to the bar, because dwarves. So you approach the bar. Barman says, "Aha! Morning, fellas. What can we do for you?"
Beer.
What? Yeah, your finest beer, please, sir.
Finest beer. Well, we've got a really nice one. It came all the way down from where is this from? This is from. Well, I'm told. He sort of leans over the bar here. I'm told it came from your homeland. Came from the dwarven cities far in the mountains. So you tell me if you recognise it.
No, our homelands are far in the west because we're halflings, you see, right? With beards.
And he looks back at you and goes, "Oh!" And he gives you a really big wink. "I see." So he pulls you two tankards of beer and puts them down. "That'll be a gold each, please, gentlemen."
All right. I'll slap 2 gold down.
Gold disappears really quickly. So, you take a sip of that. Tell me it doesn't remind you of home.
Give it a go.
As you drink, it does indeed. Tastes like dwarven beer should taste. It's a little older than you'd like it, but given the time it's taken to get here, you suspect that it's real, it's genuine stuff.
Well, it tastes very nice, but I mean, doesn't taste like home because, well, we're not from there.
You're not from your own home. I see. Okay. No questions will be asked of you any further. That's fine.
No, but we did happen to be able to try some dwarven beer once, and this tastes just like it. So
Does
it's
it?
very good.
I'm glad I haven't been ripped off. It tastes lovely, though.
It's very good. Yeah.
The pair of you make a perception check.
Perceptione.
And
Oh, 18.
18. Smells a bit funny in here, Gus.
What the beer does?
No, the beer's fine. It's this whole place is a bit whiffy.
What does it smell of?
Well, for instance, the bloke next to you at the bar, he seems a bit odd and he smells a bit sulphurous. It's a really faint whiff, but you just get a bit of sulphur.
Right. I'll sort of half take a sip of the beer and say out the side of my mouth in Dwarvish, Yorick, get ready. Something wrong with this place. It smells like those pits we went through when we came out of the temple. I think something's wrong here.
it was like some armpits. What?
No, remember those fiery bits with those funny things that turned into that funny bloke? They smelt all burny and horrible.
Oh, the rotten egg people, right?
Yeah. Smells a bit like that in here. The guy next to me smells like it as well.
Oh, I'm not picking up on it, but you keep your nose out.
I will keep my nose out.
I mean, keep your nose primed, not keep your nose out of my business. That's
Oh, right.
you get me. You get me.
I know what you mean.
I just want to point out at this point, I would not have touched any of the drinks in here.
Okay.
Obviously, because you're boring.
So, as the dwarves are having this conversation, and the rest of you, are watching this interaction between Melissa and Vale, is there anything anybody would like to do?
I was going
Yes.
to say a couple more things to Vale, but I'll let everyone else do.
Okay.
Oh,
I would
Miet is
have.
mostly.
Sorry, go on.
I just want to say Miet is mostly just playing with her drink.
Okay. Noted.
If no one else was doing anything, I would have walked around after being offered the drink, back to where I was. And any drinks that have been unclaimed on the table, I would have just tipped them over, and then I would lean into Vale, and I would show her the tattoos, scars on my chest.
So you're just going to knock the drinks over?
Yeah.
And
Helloran, what are you doing?
now,
I'm not entirely sure that this mighty Vale is the mighty Vale that we know. I just don't have a good feeling for some reason.
Florian, that is such a mess. Our good friends will have to be cleaning all of this up that you've been. Oh my, that is a nasty wound that you have on your chest there.
I don't suppose you know anything about it, do you?
I do not, but it feels like I should. In the back of my mind. I mean, perhaps I could help you with that. I find a healer somewhere that could, try to.
That action of Florian,
Yes.
I'm going to kind of look at Vale, and very much in the same way I did with Trellador's sister imitating her. Is there anything off about her?
Make a perception
Anything
check.
not right? Perception, yeah?
Yep. Unless you can give me a reason why you would do something else.
No, it'd be perception or insight, and they're both the same roll, so. It's a natural 1, but I'm going to use my inspiration point.
Okay.
It's a natural 20.
Ooh, hello.
Total for 23,
Nice.
but a natural 20.
Excellent use of an inspiration point.
Yeah, perfect
Yeah.
use. Inspiration
am-
points. Use them, people. That's what they're for.
I am glad of the pun I made long, long ago.
I know, Martin. You don't understand inspiration points. That's fine. You look completely bemused there. Looking really closely at Vale, there's a couple of things that seem off. First is as you're getting in close to have this whispered conversation almost, there's a faint smell of sulphur, which you never noticed before. Second thing is there is a very, very faint, almost invisible, looks like a tether or something that comes out from underneath the bottom of her robes and snakes across the floor and sort of goes in here into this passageway. Well, that's where it leads. It looks as though it snakes round and goes underneath. And
Now,
as you got a
sorry.
natural 20, as you look around, you can see others have the same tether.
Florian is doing this and being quite intense. I'm just going to kind of stand up, walk over that hallway, and kind of just lock eyes with Trelador for a moment.
Yeah.
And then kind of look around, looking where those tethers are going.
Okay. So, looking into this hallway, you can see they all disappear into a crack in the floor about halfway down this wall.
I'll then look back at Vale.
And she's smiling at you. And then turns to Florian and says, "Now, honey, we need to get this sorted for you, because you can't be walking about with an injury like that."
Yeah, let's get this started, shall we? And I go to hit it with the quarterstaff.
Oh, okay. We're doing that, are we? Okay.
I did not have a good feeling about her as soon as we walked in.
Okay, wow. Okay, cool.
One day,
Mate.
we will meet the real Vale.
Make it, yeah, maybe. Make an attack roll.
21.
21, yeah, that hits. Roll your damage.
Sorry to interrupt. Mod to the Twitch channel, please.
I've done it.
Thank you, Molly.
Sorry, Dan.
7 points of bludgeoning damage.
7 points of damage. Okay. She sort of, she smack her with the staff. That's why I want everyone to roll initiative, please.
Right.
God, you guys just start fights all over the place.
We're just trying to buy beer here. It's the first decent beer we've had.
So irresponsible, you people.
Indeed. Just leaping into stuff. That's outrageous.
Wouldn't
So,
find us doing that.
Celeste, what did you get?
22.
22. Nice roll. Trenador.
8.
8. Not nice roll. Gus.
20.
20. Lovely. Yorick.
18.
18. Bloody hell. High. Florian.
27.
27. Jesus. You got
Whoa.
27.
Oh,
Yep.
Forgot about that.
Wow. Okay. Snow.
18.
18. Ooh, very high so far. Well, apart from one. Miet.
22.
22. Jeez. You guys. Melissa.
17.
Wow, that I think has got to be a record. That's the highest
Yeah.
we've ever had this group roll.
We were all
Tranador,
very, very
thank
suspicious.
you for keeping the side,
I
grounded.
aim to please. Aim to please.
So let's roll that, and we'll take a quick break so we can get a drink and get well rested before we start this fight.
Right there. Barbara, yay!
Exactly. That's why Gus and I are on it. We're in a bar. We've got dwarven beer in hand. We
Yeah.
are ready for a fight.
Okay, so welcome back. We've rolled initiative. Let's get the battle map back up. And let's see, who's first on the initiative? Could it be Florian with his mega 27 initiative roll?
We just twatted his boss.
Great, yeah, it's just so you've just twatted Vale. Yeah, go for it. What would you like to do?
Now, you sure you don't know anything about Dakota? As I go in for a second smack.
Why, honey, what are you doing? I don't think you want to do this. I really don't.
It's a natural 20.
Oh,
Florian's really not happy.
Do it.
are you quite angry? I'm just asking for a friend.
It's not often character motion translates so directly to dice rolls.
Indeed.
And that's 13 points there of bludgeoning damage.
Jesus.
And then I will compose myself and then use a key point for patient defense.
Patient defense. Okie dokie. Cool. Okay, anything else for it?
Nope, that's everything.
Okay, Celeste, you are up. You've just seen Florian smack his boss twice. And she doesn't seem to have responded yet. Nor does anyone else. What would you like to do?
Going to back up by the brazier that Snow was standing near previously.
Out there, yeah?
And if anyone makes a violent move towards any of my party members, I'm going to fire my bow at them.
Okay, so you're holding your action to fire your bow if anybody gets aggressive on one of your party members. Cool.
Yes.
Cool. Hold that thought. Miette, what would you like to do?
I would like to hold my action on the off chance that Not Veiled Second is going to try something, and then I'm going to throw my way into the table to try and knock her backwards.
Oh, I see. So you're going to wait for her to move, and then you're going to shove the table into her.
Exactly.
Nice. I
Because that's
like
profit
it.
interruption.
Nice. Right, back directly into Snow, who's probably stood with daggers already. Okay, cool. Right, hold that thought. Gus, you are up. You can hear behind you commotion as Florian seems to be bashing Vale, his boss.
Alright, I'll turn round and I'll say out the side of my mouth in Dwarven to Yorick, looks like we're on. And I'll carry on drinking my beer and hold my action to see what happens. Well, I can't say see what happens, but what I say if Vale attacks anyone, then I'll shoot her.
Okay.
But that's really it, because I don't know what's going to happen with this. But I am keeping an eye on the guy next to me as well.
Okay, so there's a guy next to you, there's a guy in front of you now, who's behind
Oh,
you.
right. Oh, was he one of the ones that was in the room with Vale?
Yes.
In that case, I wouldn't have the bow ready. I'd just be having tankard in one hand and one hand on my sword ready to draw it. If either of these two make a move, I'll take them out.
So you'll wait for either of these two to
Yeah.
be aggressive, and then you're going to start waiting on whichever one goes first. Yeah.
But I'm still drinking my beer.
Okay. Cool. So that's you, Snow.
Snow would basically move from leaning up against the wall, flick both daggers round, and if Vale makes any sort of hand gesture as if because obviously I've been watching the rest of the party at the moment, so I know when people are starting to cast magic. If she makes any sort of move to cast magic or makes any sort of aggressive move, he's going to jam both daggers into her.
Okay. Right, so, anything else? No, that's it. Yorick, what are you up to?
So at the bar, I'm on the left.
You are just here.
And who's this behind me?
That's Captain Fantastic, who was in the other room.
Cool.
He's just standing by the fire.
I'm going to just turn and smack him. Everyone's holding actions.
Okay, roll to hit.
I'm in a bar. I've got a dwarven beer in my hand.
Killed him once, Martin.
Why do I get the feeling that Yorick's the kind of one to just turn in and shout, bar fight?
Because
That-
that's what he would do.
That I've done that once before, and I was about to say those words as I smack him. Yep. That's a 25 to hit for the natural 19 there.
Oh, how prophetic.
Okay, so yeah, that definitely hits.
It's not great though. It's just 6 points of bludgeoning.
6
Nice.
Yeah, I just go bar fight. Give him a whack.
Okay. Anything else, Yorick?
No, not for now.
Okay. Yorick. Melissa, you are up with me preparing. I rolled really low. Well, not really low, but lower than you lot.
I'll flinch from seeing the figure of Vale getting hit, and then I'll kind of follow where I saw those tethers and look down the crack in the hole. How large is this crack?
It's small. I mean, you wouldn't notice it ordinarily walking over it.
Can I see through it?
You could certainly go and try if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'm going to try and look through it because
So you move up
there
to
are
it.
a lot of people in that.
You'd have to go down on your hands and knees to look through this crack.
Yeah.
Okay, make a perception check.
21.
21. I mean, you sort of, these tethers are going into this crack, so it's very difficult to see past. And it looks dark. This crack is like literally, I'd say, the width of your finger at most. Maybe an inch across, perhaps. But it looks black, dark, and these tethers are feeding into it.
Okay. Next question. Do these tethers strike me as any sort of fiendish magic that I am somewhat acquainted with?
I mean, nothing that you're acquainted with, no.
Anything I've been taught by Vale?
Make a history check.
Am I allowed to do that with my Hunter's Bane?
No, because it's not.
It's recording information about fiends.
Okay. Yeah.
History.
Yeah.
History.
Oh, that was almost crazy. That's a 22.
22. This doesn't strike you as fiendish or devilish. You're not really sure what it is, and it's certainly nothing that Vale's ever told you about.
What is this? And I'll kind of clamber up to my feet, and that'll probably be the end of my turn.
Yeah. Okay. So now we are my go, then my go, then Trellador. So, let's see. We've got that one, which is. Okay. So. That would be. What's that one? So it's not that one. Alright, yeah, okay, so that one can go. So this one turns to you, Gus, and is going to make an attack.
I get to attack him back then.
You do, yep. 16. And everybody, so Celeste and Gus get your attacks.
Oh, 16 misses.
16 misses, okay.
And I got a 15.
15. Yeah, 15 hits.
And I got 18.
18 hits. Roll your damage for those.
I'll mark him as favoured foe as well.
Okie dokie.
6 points of piercing damage from me.
Lovely.
Can't pick up a d4. Here we go. So that's 10 points of slashing damage.
Okay, so. Okay. And I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Who? Me?
Yes, you. As part of
Okay.
its second attack.
I will use my inspiration to roll that again. Oh, and I got a natural 20!
Nice!
19.
Okay. You feel an attack. It's not physically, but on your mind. As you sort of blink and sort of, and yeah, the sensation passes.
I'll shout out, Yorick, watch out, they're brain eaters!
Okay, so that's his go. Now it's this one's go. Okay, so this one is going to move up to Miette and take an attack, which is a. Hang on. That's that one. Which is a 14 to hit.
It does not hit.
Does not hit. Okay, let's have another attack. That's a natural one. That doesn't hit either. But you do have to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Ah,
What'd you get?
non-natural 1.
So that's 2, 7, 14.
That's right. Yeah, I'm rolling a 20 earlier.
Yep, serves you right.
Balance restore.
So that's 25 points of psychic damage.
Hit.
And any ability check or attack roll, you must roll a d4 along with it to subtract that
Ooh.
until further notice. So that's its go. Trillador, you are now up with me preparing.
Okay, so I've seen Florian lay into this thing, so I'm going to charge in.
Okay.
Be right in front of its grill. Yep. And bonus action rage.
Okay.
Okay, that's 5. Okay, I've got 5 on the thing, so that comes into play later. And then I will recklessly attack this thing with my great weapon penalty.
Sure.
All these things now.
Reverse math.
I know, this is Ashley math now. Natural 20.
Hey!
Oh,
With
Oh, this is going to be lots of numbers.
Yep.
yeah.
You can, of course, use D&D Beyond, but
It's 11 on the dice, so 22
nice.
plus
Plus your rage
5.
bonus, plus
27, 37 points.
Oh, lovely.
That would have killed, that would have knocked me unconscious outright, that would have.
37 points. Very nice indeed. You see as she sort of staggers back from this mighty blow. Anything else?
I'll just say to Tredador, you can't have all the fun, can
You're saying that to yourself, are you?
Yeah, you're saying it to yourself.
you? Oh, for fuck's sake, I'm doing it now, Florian.
They see themselves as one person. How cute.
It's been a long week.
I know.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, so anything else, Trillador? That's it.
No, I've got something that if she hits me, we'll cross that bridge when it gets to it.
Okay, so now my go, which is going to be really useful. Okay, so
Did I notice anything about my axe on it?
no, it's sweet as a nut. It strikes good and true. It's very sharp. Seems to have
checking.
no problem cutting into this thing, whatever it is. Okay, so that's that go. Back to the top of the initiative round. Florian, you are up with Celeste preparing, please.
Still unaware of what's going on, are we? Rail?
Oh, honey, you have no idea what I know and what I don't know. Now, we can talk about it, or you could just do what you're going to do.
Now, I know I'm not stupid, but I know you can't. Well, you need me, basically, from
I
what I
do?
know.
Okay.
But
I mean,
we
I
can
like
set
you,
it.
but need? That's a strong word, honey. Now, I don't know what you think you know, but I think what you think you know is wrong.
After that, then in for another hit. In
Go
for a
for it.
penny, in for a pound. Sorry, guys, if this is a TPK. Uh, 19.
A 19 hits.
And 6 points of bludgeoning damage at that time.
Nice.
And then I will... What will I do? Unarmed strike. That's what I'll do.
Go for it.
With my right hand.
Nice.
That probably misses there. That's only a... Let me... Where's the dot on that dice? Yeah, only 11.
11. No, misses, I'm afraid, sorry.
Yep, and that's everything.
Okay. Sorry, Dan.
I think. Sorry, I've just remembered I can do something. If I score a critical hit with a melee attack,
Which you did.
I can make another. Oh no, don't I? It's a bonus attack and I rage. Sorry.
Okay, cool. Alright, Celeste, you are up with Miette preparing.
I am going to go walk around to touch Miette on the shoulder.
Okay.
Bonus action, I'm going to assume my starry form in the usual chalice.
There we
Nice
go.
and sparkly. And
Sparkle Dream.
Sparkle. I will cast Cure Wounds on Miette at level 2.
Nice.
It's not Florian. You're making progress.
Barkley.
And you get 14 hit points back.
Sparkle Dream, best
Thank
dream.
you.
But nobody else is taking any damage, and I don't think I can double down on one person, unfortunately.
You're talking about twinning? Or...
No, with the starry form, I think it has to be somebody or another creature within 30 feet.
Yeah, I think it has to be a different person.
Yeah. No, that's fine. So that will just be it for now.
Okay. So Miette, you are up with Gus preparing.
Yeah, fuck this bitch. So I will turn my head first to Celeste and say thank you, and then I'm going to scream and ram the table into not fail.
Okay, make... It's an improvised weapon attack. But I'll say she is not expecting it, so you can have advantage on this. So it'd be an unarmed strike, but with advantage.
Oh, I'm glad I had advantage because I got 2 on those dice.
Oof.
Doom unfortunately only gives me a 13.
13. Unfortunately, you shove the table, but unfortunately the legs snap as it goes down, and it just like scrapes the top of her feet.
So that counts as an attack, some kind of attack for doing anything else down, aren't they?
Pretty much, yeah. That would be your action. A bonus action.
Bonus action, I'm going to hop up on top of the table.
Okay. Bold.
Gonna get all up in her face in the next round.
Fair enough. Did you want to move right to the edge of the table?
Oh yeah, in her face.
Right in her face. Okay. I can feel a kick coming here. So Gus, you are up with Snow preparing, please.
Has anyone else made any aggressive moves apart from the guy next to me?
Yes.
No, I mean around me.
Oh no, not around you. No.
Okay.
Why?
As my bonus action, I'm going to cast Zephyr Strike,
Okay.
and which means I get lots and lots of movement, go really fast, and it doesn't. I don't take attacks of opportunity, or don't get attacks of opportunity.
Okay.
And I was like to jump backwards over the bar
Uh-huh.
and go another 10 foot back towards the back of the room. Draw my
Okay. So
jump down.
there's a bloke there.
Yeah, I know. But I keep going backwards and get my crossbow out and shoot this guy in the head.
Go for it. Make
I
an
get
attack
a attack as well.
Okay.
You're shooting the barman?
No, not the
She's
bar.
shooting the favoured enemy dude.
That's 27.
27 definitely hits.
Yeah, that's what I like. Hold on. Can't pick up D4s today. And that's 13 points of piercing damage.
Very nice. Lovely.
That's
so the crossbow bolt thunks into his head. And he sort of turns and looks at you and goes, huh? What are you doing that for? You're mental. With the crossbow bolt stuck through his head.
He's the one that attacked me, though, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's it. That's my go.
Okay. Then it is Snow with Yorick preparing, please.
He's going to do the same. Well, what is he going to do?
Stab her in the back.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's going to step up from behind, reverse grip on one of them, and go one sort of into the sort of gap between neck and shoulder, and one under the armpit.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, can I just interrupt that? I get an extra D8 force damage for that Zephyr Strike as well. Another 3 points. Sorry.
No, you're right.
Last time I've done that.
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good.
Right.
So you calling these shots? Or are you just making that's where you'd like them to land, or are you only going for those particular spots?
Well, he's basically just going to come in with both daggers and snap.
Fair enough.
22 on the first one.
Yeah, that hits. Might as well roll the other one as well. See if we can at the same time.
24 on the second one.
Yeah, they both hit. So put your sneak attack damage on whatever one you'd like.
Yep, so that'll be the first one, so it's 2d6. And, well, 4's all round, okay. It's 12... 18 points of damage for the first one.
Nice.
And 4 points of damage for the second.
Disappointing, but yeah. Cool, very good. So 24 points of damage. Lovely.
Yeah, I don't get the... Do I get this sneak attack on...
No, you
well,
only get once.
Once per round.
Sorry.
So with the bonus section, I only get +1 to my thing anyway. So.
Right, okay.
Because
So
it's
yeah,
jugular.
I mean, still 22 points of damage is a significant amount. So she slams into her, and she's ah. Okay. Anything else, Snow?
No.
Okay, Yorick, you're up, and Melissa preparing.
Okay, I'm going to have a little wave and cast Spiritual Weapon
Okay.
and drop that in basically where Gus was. Sort of in that space there, yeah. And have that attack the guy this side of it.
So this one.
That one, yeah.
Okay.
Which is 17 to hit.
17 hits.
Nice. And that does. That's pretty good. What's my plus on that? +4, so that's 11 points of damage.
Very nice indeed.
And then I'm going to smack Captain Fantabulous again.
Fair enough. Go for it.
Yeah, that's 14 to hit.
14 does not hit, I'm afraid.
Okay. That's me done.
Okay. So, Melissa, you are up with me preparing.
Move back down to the corner of the corridor.
Back down here.
Yeah. And kind of look out over what's happening.
Okay, so you come back down the corner and you can see Vale is swamped by people. Miette is on top of the table. You've no idea what she's up to, but knowing Miette, it's going to be spectacular. If you come around a little bit further, you can see that the Yorick seems to be on his own over here. Gus has jumped off behind the bar, and Celeste is in her now familiar starry form.
I'm going to draw an arrow. I'm going to hold my attack for anybody in this room that attacks one of my friends, except for Vale.
Okay, so you're holding that.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So I'm not going to attack Vale. I'll attack anyone else. It's Vale or the party.
So, that's your go then. It's my go, which is those ones. So, this one is going to turn and attack Florian. So your held action will be onto that one. So, great. That's a 10 to hit. I'm guessing that doesn't hit you, Florian.
No, that misses. It would be
Okay,
advantage.
and a
26 to hit.
26. Yeah, that hits. Roll your damage. And a wisdom saving throw, please. Florian.
11 points of damage.
Nice.
19.
19. You are fine. Again, you feel tendrils in your mind trying to grasp, but your anger pushes you through at what's going on. So that's that go. Now it's a big one's go. Yeah, we'll go with Vale herself is going to attack Florian. Oh my god. Another natural one. I am rolling so shittily today.
Right, Chaz, we don't mind.
So, seeing as Florian's dodging about like a motherfucker, she is going to attack Trelador because she's stupid.
With advantage.
With advantage, so take the first one, which was a 19 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Okay. So that is... Okay. Where's the right one? Hang on. No, it's not the right one. It should be that one. Okay. Oh my god. That's 7 points of bludgeoning.
Half to 3.
Half to 3, and 7 points of psychic damage, not halved.
Yeah. And she takes 5 points of force damage from my rage thing.
Nice. And a wisdom saving throw, please.
I'm not very good at wisdom saves. 10.
10. You fail. So you
Ooh.
take damages. 14, 21, 32 points of psychic damage.
Holy shit!
Archery bug.
And
Can I?
you have a D4 off your ability checks and attack rolls, please.
Can I use my reaction to hit her with my sentinel attack?
Of course.
So it says just.
Oh wait, hang on. She attacked someone other than you, but she attacked you as well.
Yeah, when a creature within 5 foot of you makes an attack against a target other than you.
Okay, yeah, fine. It was just
Yeah,
wanted to know because
can-
she'd already
yeah, can
attacked you. So yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, and it says melee weapon. So is that my fist or is it quarterstaff?
Up to you. Whichever one you feel is.
Oh, so I can use either or. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So
So
it's
if
the first
a
time I've
melee
used
weapon,
it.
it's you know, you can.
Okay, yeah, it would be with my quarterstaff again.
Yeah, that would make most sense. So.
21 again,
But 21 definitely hits.
and 7 points of bludgeoning damage again.
Nice. Okay, so Trillador, you are up with me preparing.
Yeah, that wasn't nice.
Yeah, my damage rolls are good. My rolls to hit aren't that great.
So I'm pissed off, so I'm going to do the same. I'm going to recklessly attack with the Great Master, Great Weapon Master thing.
Okay, go for it.
Good. 18 to hit.
Yep, definitely hits.
Ball's not good. 4 plus. $20.
20.
4 plus 3 plus rage. Sorry, 19.
19.
Barbarians aren't meant to be hard with maths.
Yeah, they really are.
Yeah, that's it.
Nothing else. No bonus action attack.
No, I can only do that if I critically hit.
Oh right. Okay, cool. So, okay. That's my go with Florian preparing, please. So that's that. So we're gonna have. It's my go. Florian, you're up with Celeste preparing.
Okay. Yeah, another hit with the quarterstaff then.
Go for it.
Cocked. 24.
24 definitely hits.
That's quite low. So that's only, I do believe, 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then what I'm going to do is expend a key point and do flurry of blows.
Nice.
So 2 unarmed strikes. So first one, I'm going to go and hit her with my right hand.
Okay.
Which misses. But the second one, I'm going to move around the back of her unless I can get to Trellador where he is and where I am in a minute.
To get to Trellador, you'd have to go around this way.
I can't lean over or anything and just get my other hand on him.
I mean, if you did...
Looks like Miet's in the way, doesn't it?
Miet's in the way of you trying to get... Because she's right up in her face.
Bloody cat.
Snowy's got his daggers stuck in her at the back. So to get round, you literally have to go around this way, which would get you an opportunity attack from 1, 2, 3 people. But up to you. You can do it if you want. You are fairly dodgy.
No, because I didn't really want to leave her. I forgot Snow was behind her. I couldn't see him there. Okay, I'll go in for a second hit then.
Okay.
With it. Another natural 20.
Woof. Hello. Who are you and what have you done with Fiddy?
Yeah.
You made him angry.
Apparently so, yeah. To make him angry some more. It's fun.
So that is 9 points of bludgeoning damage again.
Very nice.
And that is it.
Okay. So, Celeste, you are up with Miette preparing, please.
Okay. I am going to cast Healing Spirit, and I'm going to place it on the table behind Miette.
Okay, hang on a second.
And I am concentrating for that.
There you go. We'll say that's your healing spirit. It's you, but invisibly form.
Fair enough.
You're concentrating.
Yes. And then I'm going to use that to heal Miette.
You can summon it and use it on the first go, a bit like spiritual weapon, is it?
Believe so.
Cool. I'm just asking. I've not seen that used before, so.
Until the spell ends, whenever you're a creature you can see moves into spirit space for the first time, I'd have it in Miette's space.
Okay.
But yeah.
So
it can restore 1d6
yeah,
hit
so
points
on her turn.
No action required.
On her turn, she can do it. Yeah.
No, whenever
a creature moves into the space, so Miette has to move into the space. So on Miette's turn, it would then heal her. Yeah, it's like Spirit Guardians. If you move into Spirit Guardians, you get damaged, or you start your turn there, not when Spirit Guardians first appear.
Okay.
Unless it says differently, but that's what I would rule it as.
Or starts its turn there.
Yeah, so if it starts its turn there or moves into it, it gets healed. So you're not doing the healing, it's healing whenever a person moves into that space. So what's the radius?
It's 5 feet, which is why
Okay,
it's
right
on top of her.
Okay. Cool. So when she starts her turn, she'll get healed.
Would I be able to use my chalice with that? Because it's technically using a spell slot to restore hit points.
No, because your spell slot was used to cast the spirit. The hit points are restored on the other person's turn. So no, the chalice doesn't benefit from that.
Right, okay.
Because obviously, if you cast a spell that restores hit points, it is then, you can use the chalice to duplicate that to someone else. Somebody moving into a range of a concentration spell is not the same. I would suggest.
That's
seems
awkward,
logical.
but
Sorry. If you want to take that back and do something else, I'll give you that, because obviously the first time you've used that. It's up to you. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to sort of trap you into using something that you didn't realise wasn't going to work the way you thought it was.
Yeah. Okay. I will just go up to behind Trelador. Then I won't be concentrating then.
Okay. Yeah. Give me a sec. Do 9 things at once. There we go. Oh. So up behind Trelador.
And Cure Wounds level 2 for him, and Chalice on Miette.
Cool. Nice one. because Trenador's looking a little bit dodgy.
Rolling terribly on my d8s. 5, 9 to Trellador and 7 to Mia.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Every heal is a good heal.
Oh yes.
Well, could have been better.
Right, you know who stopped healing first?
That was a very Trellador response, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was in character.
Just channel your inner Belementor and kick him off the ledge.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else, Celeste?
Don't think there's much else I can do at the moment.
Okie dokie.
So, no.
Okay, Miet, you're up with Gus preparing, please.
Goodness. Scratch your eyes out.
Go for it.
Okay, potentially silly question. Claw
Okay.
attack. Does that mean I get 2 of them because I have 2 claws? 2 sets of claws?
Your claw attack, you would use your action to attack. Do you get 1 or 2 attacks per action? I should imagine it's 1, isn't it?
It will be.
So, but I'll say because you could probably use 2 weapon fighting if you've got that as a bonus action for your left hand.
I do.
Well, there you go. So you would use roll your attack normally for your main hand.
An 18.
18 definitely is.
Right, a 20 and I added in my pluses. And an 8 on the other one, so I assume that misses.
Yeah, it does. So roll your damage.
Alas, she takes only 1 point of damage to the face.
Oh no!
Oh god.
Was that an 8 total of the second one? Or
Yeah.
8 total, yeah.
If she's in combat, you'd still get sneak attack.
Yeah, you can add your sneak attack to the first one.
Because she's technically engaged with
She
somebody.
is mainly Florian.
Okay, that adds 5 extra points of damage,
Nice.
which is something at least.
Lovely. So you rake your claws across the side of her face as she's looking towards Florian. Anything else, Mia?
No, that'll be it for the moment. Because clearly when you said to me it was going to do something spectacular, it will of course spectacularly bad.
I do apologise for...
that.
Yeah, I sorry about that. I jinxed that, didn't I? Sorry.
Little bit.
Gus, you are up with Snow preparing, please.
I'll take another shot at that dude.
Go for it.
Crossbow bolt in his head.
Nice. To match the one he's already got.
That's just a 13 to hit.
13 does not hit, I'm afraid.
Oh, that's my go.
Okie dokie. So, Snow, you are up with Yorick preparing.
okay, so he's just gonna, from the position he's already in, he's just gonna force the daggers deeper and twist.
Okay, roll.
24 on the first one.
That definitely hits.
And a 20 on the second one.
Yep, that definitely hits.
Okay, so that's not great. The first one is 4, 5, 10, 16 points.
16, lovely.
And the second one is 3 points.
3 points, okay. All damage is good damage.
Yeah.
Could have been better though.
Yeah, very well.
So, as you do this, you jam your daggers deeper. You think another couple of those, you possibly get your daggers to meet.
That's the idea.
And as you do this, she cries, "Oh, Melissa, my heart seeker, why are your friends doing this?" Yorick, you're up with Melissa preparing.
Okay. This guy that I'm fighting.
Yeah.
Has he tried to hit me back at all?
Not yet.
Huh.
He's just standing there, throwing his beautiful long locks around.
Alright, well, I'm just going to be like, come on, mate. It's not fun if you don't fight back.
Well,
I'm
why
instead-
should I? I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Oh, in that case, I am going to hit him.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean,
Aim for that.
that's absolutely fair.
Yeah, well, I'm going to try anyway. Maybe not with a 10.
Definitely not with a 10.
But the spiritual weapon will swing as well.
On the dude in the middle of the room that's done nothing to anyone. Yeah, okay.
Absolutely. Well, I'm only semi in control of that.
Yeah, okay.
If it hits someone, that's Ryoxi's problem.
Yeah,
Go on, what'd you roll for attack on that?
24 on
Yeah,
that
that
one.
definitely hits.
And that's 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. This dude's like, what? So, you can see him looking around in confusion where he's being hit on the head. He's like, there's nobody near him. He's like, what's happening, man?
Shit. Clang!
He looks very dazed and confused. So, anything else, Yorick?
No. I was going to cast quite a nasty spell, but he's not really fighting me back. But he still said something which annoyed me, so.
Fair enough.
But that's me done.
Okay, Melissa, you are up. Me preparing.
I'm gonna, from her saying that, I'm just gonna look at her and say, "A real veil wouldn't stink of sulfur. There's something wrong here."
But honey, I am a devil, you know.
And the real veil wanted to get away from that.
I know, but it's difficult.
I don't think you are the real veil.
Oh, honey, that saddens me greatly. You can see a tiny little flame tear running down her cheek.
There is a tear running down Melissa's cheek as well. I don't know what's going on. I can see the tether leading up to her, can't I?
Uh-huh.
Can I see the tether leading up to any of the other figures in this room?
Make a perception check.
15.
Yes. You can see certainly tethers going towards the other people in this room.
I'll draw an arrow, point it at her, kind of quiver a bit and then lower it and just be kind of looking around, very concerned, very confused, very worried. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Now it's my go, which is... This guy's going to come up and attack you.
Well, the barman.
Yeah, get out of my bar, you! With a 19 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Okay. That is 8 bludgeoning damage as he smacks you with the tankard he's got in his hand, which smashes, pours beer all over your shoulder, and 4 psychic damage. And a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay. 6.
6. That's a very definite fail, that one.
Roll.
Ooh, nice. That's 19 points of psychic damage.
Ouch.
You are also afflicted with a D4 on your ability checks and attack rolls, please. You will take a D4, you roll it and take it off your attack or ability check. So that's that one's go. It's now Big bads go. Okay. Big bad, where are we going? Okay. This one's going to attack Celeste. With a 22 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. Ugh. The other one. That's 9 points of bludgeoning. Plus 10 points of psychic. And a wisdom saving throw, please. 22. You are absolutely fine. You feel the tendrils tug at your mind, and you just shake it off. Unconcerned.
Oh no, I'm concerned.
Well, okay, you're a little bit concerned anyway. It doesn't seem to affect you in any way. So, Trelador, you are up with me preparing.
Would I notice that I've been baned for one of another word? But I've noticed.
You feel heavy all of a sudden, as if your attacks are slowed down almost. But you're not slowed or anything, but it feels wrong.
Okay, if I can feel it, then I will just do a reckless attack, but not great weapon.
Okay.
That's 20 to hit. I've got the D19 to hit with the D4 taken off.
Yep, 19 hits.
$12 points of axe to the face damage.
12 points of axe face interface.
And that's me.
Anything else? Okay, so that's me. That one. Florian, back to the top. You are up with Celeste preparing, please.
Okay. I'll start off by saying, Melissa, you gotta tell me either to stop or keep going, because I'm gonna keep going on this and go in for another hit.
Okay.
It's only 17 on that one.
17. Hang on. Yeah, 17 hits.
Oh, bloody hell. Okay. Uh, 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
And an unarmed strike on her as well with my right hand.
Okay.
Which definitely misses because it's a 2.
Well,
Yeah.
that's not going to hit.
Yep. And that's it.
Okay. Celeste, you are up with me preparing, please.
I'm kind of gonna go, but lean over and put my hand on Trelador's shoulder and do another heal, but this time at first level. And because I'm paying more attention to what's going on around the table, I haven't seen that Gus has been hit either.
No, he's way across the other side of the room.
And he's too far from me anyway, so I'm going to chalice myself.
Okay.
Uh, 6 to Trelador and 10 to myself.
Nice.
Cool.
Anything else?
I am going to...
Oh, who did we lose?
Martin.
Martin. Oh, right. Okay.
We lost a Yorick.
Alas, poor Yorick, etc. Surprised you haven't used that yet, James.
Oh, I have.
Is he back? Is he back?
I'm just gonna stand where I am.
Okay. Miette, you're up with Gus preparing.
I'm going to take a dagger and stab her in the face this time.
Go for it.
Just
Go
to,
ahead, go
mix
ahead.
it up.
Stab to face.
19 to hit.
19 definitely hits.
7 points of stabby damage.
Is that with
Nice.
your sneak attack? She's very definitely engaged with Florian.
Matt, I hate it. 19 points of damage.
19 points of damage. Very good. Lovely. Anything,
Jesus.
I rolled double sixes.
Nice. Anything else?
No, I'm quite happy with that result, so thank you.
Okay. Gus, you are up with Snow preparing, please.
Have I just noticed a dwarf come into the room?
You have, yeah.
Do I recognise said dwarf?
Yeah. That's Hargrim. You're not
Oh.
bestest buds, but, you're friends. You haven't seen him for a long time.
Right, okay. I will put away a crossbow, draw my sword, and attack the guy who's just attacked me.
Okay, so you're attacking the Marlin. Fair enough. Roll for attack.
It's cocked. Oh, God. 12.
12 does not hit, I'm afraid.
Okay, that's my go.
Okay. Snow, you're up with Yorick preparing, please.
Okay, so you're going to see Snow push with the top dagger, going as far through as he can to try and hit the heart.
Okay.
It's a natural 20.
Excellent.
This is... Oh, yeah. Right.
Plus your sneak attack, obviously.
Yep. Okay,
That's
so
a lot of d6s.
5 on those. 6, 10, 15, 16, 19, 22, 28 points of damage.
Oh, very nice. Very nice indeed. Anything else?
And then because he's got mobile,
Yeah.
I can now move away from Vale without provoking an opportunity attack.
Okay, where you go?
Towards Melissa.
Okay. Any further than that, or?
Take a step past her towards the wall level with Celeste.
Sure.
And so just grip her by the shoulder.
Alright, so you go to there, okay.
No, Melissa.
Oh, sorry. Right, go.
Make a decision. You're either with us or you're not. If that is not Vale, do what you need to do. And that's his go.
Okie dokie. Yorick, you're up with Melissa preparing.
So I DC'd for a minute there.
You did.
Did I hear that a dwarf had come into the room?
Yeah, he's behind you. He's behind you. Yeah,
Okay, so
Gus
I
hasn't told you anything like that. He hasn't shouted or anything, but yeah.
And I've not seen him. Okay.
Well, for me, it was simply, I certainly wouldn't summon Bridris if there was another dwarf in the room. That's why Bridris isn't
right.
here.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Makes sense. What do you want to do, Yorick?
I don't know. I'm just trying to punch someone that I keep missing. Who's not even fighting me back? That's not fun bar fight.
Now listen, glorious one. Why don't you and I go somewhere and make sweet, sweet music? I mean, I like your style. The whole angry dwarf thing. Really love it, but come on.
Well, if that's an offer,
It certainly is, my darling.
let's go talk.
Okay. So, where are you going?
I have no idea. I'm going to follow him.
Okay.
What just happened? Don't know. Roll with it.
So you turn that way, and immediately, as he sort of gestures at you, see the dwarf there blocking your way. It's Hargrim. You remember Hargrim? You haven't seen him for years. Snow mentioned him a while back.
Is Hargrim the one that Snow knows where you
Yes.
got? Yeah, right.
Yeah, the one that left a long time ago that we haven't heard of.
No showed you the inscription on the stock of his crossbow, and you
Yeah.
would recognise the name.
Yeah. Okay. Well, as we start moving, Hargrim, you're right.
I'm all right. How you doing?
I'm good. What are you doing here?
I've come for a bar fight. Somebody said bar fight.
Yeah, mate.
I'm up for it.
Coming in, Bugger, he keeps hitting me.
Oh, you'll have to wait, mate, my friend. I gotta hit this fella first.
I'm gonna go punch Hargrim.
Okay. Proper dwarf on dwarf action.
Bloody dwarfs.
Captain
So-
Tabulous is gonna love this.
From a proposition to punching somebody, that's where it went.
It's all in a 6-second round for a dwarf.
In dwarven culture, the line between fighting and fucking is very fun.
And sometimes blurs into one another.
Do you have an inspiration point?
I do not.
You do now.
Whee! Alright, well, I'm trying to punch Hargrim, but I've rolled a 10. So let's use my inspiration point.
Awesome.
19.
Yep, that definitely hits.
I was punching him, so it's just a flat 5 points.
Pretty
Cool.
sure in dwarven culture, breaking someone's nose is close to a proposal of
Pretty
marriage.
sure. Pretty
That's
sure.
foreplay, definitely.
Yeah.
You know, that were nice. I'll have a go in a minute.
Hurry.
Anything else, Yorick?
No, that's
I mean-
fine. No. The hammer's auto swinging at this point, so that's still gonna do its thing. 14.
14 hits.
Or max 12 points of damage.
Nice. Hammer's MVP.
Bang.
Okay. Anything else,
Cool.
Yorick? Or is
No,
that
that's
it?
me. That's me.
Melissa, you are up with me preparing.
Okay. This is built off of what Celeste mentioned last time. I'm going to kind of steady myself, close my eyes, and in the way that Florian's described before, reach out to feel that love I feel for Vale inside,
Okay.
and try and feel the connection I had with her, and see if that connection is in front of me, or if that connection is somewhere beneath me, or if that connection is somewhere else entirely.
Okay. Make an insight roll. I'll say you could do it with advantage because of your relationship with Vale and the fact you are in the Temple of the Broken Heart.
Save me from natural 1. Up to a 19.
19. This is not Vale. That connection is not here. It is not in this temple.
Then I'll open my eyes, strike a light my bow, and shoot her.
Go for it.
So first the damage from the bow.
It's going to have to be a hell of a shot. You've got to get past Trellador.
I have to deal 4 damage to myself first. Hang on.
Obviously.
I'm so angry that I just stabbed the arrow into my chest. But here we go. A shot with my bow. That's
Do
a
you think I'd
23.
have enough people to heal without people stabbing themselves?
23
That's
definitely
That's
hits.
a 23 to hit.
Melissa just nudges
So-
forward into Snow's dagger.
It's 9 points of piercing damage and 3 points of fire damage.
3 points of fire damage, you say? Okay.
And I'll just say, you ain't Vale. Get the fuck out of here. And that'll be my turn.
Oh, honey, how could you do that to me? That's my go. So, let's see, who can we go from here? Is the barman's going to take a swing at Gus with a 17.
Does not hit.
Okay, and a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh dear, here we go. That's an 8.
An 8, that's a failure, I'm afraid. That will be... Oh, Jesus Christ. 3 points of psychic damage. And you already have your D4, don't you?
Yep.
So you throw that one away. You are now a D6
Oh shit.
Dear.
off attack rolls and ability checks.
Okay.
Okay, that's that one's go. It's now the big boy's go. Yeah. So this dude is going to attack Florian with a 26 to hit. Yes, finally.
Most definitely. Wait,
Finally
did you?
got the
Sorry,
fucking
did
hit.
you roll that with advantage?
I did not.
No, you don't have it. I was just going to say if you did, you wouldn't have it.
Why mention it then?
I was just asking because I didn't know if you did it because it was so high. I was just asking just to make sure.
No. I finally.
Subtle jab.
I finally
Subtle
rolled. Hi. Okay, so and that's the big fella. So we've got. Ooh, that's lots. I can't roll damage for Toffee. That's 6 points of bludgeoning, and oh, that's better. 8 points of psychic, and a wisdom saving throw, please.
18.
18. You are. Oh, yep, that's what you needed. So that's fine. So again, you feel it in your mind, but your anger pushes it back again. Okay, that's that one. Trelador, you are up with me preparing.
Go big or go home. I'm going to recklessly attack with great weapon, with
Go
Bane
for
and
it.
all that shit. Please be good. Please be good. Good. Ooh. 18 to hit.
18 hits.
Ooh, nice.
Fuck her up.
Not very good, though. Well, 22 points of
Nice.
22 points.
damage.
Nice. You see, she rocks back. Ah! Anything else?
No.
Okie dokie. It's my turn. Okay. If I could remember his name, Hargrim is going to swing at you, Yorick.
Good.
So that is a 19 to hit.
Ooh, that is my armor class.
Okay, so
It's on.
The only one of us who wants to get hit right now.
well, I have just hit him. So there you go. So that would be 4, 7. Oh, lovely. 13 bludgeoning
Nice.
and 8 psychic
Jesus.
and a wisdom saving throw, please.
Just do 8. go. Wisdom. 15.
15. Unfortunately, that is a failure. So you will take. That is
Mine's just going to be one shot here.
11 psychic, and you now have a D4 that you will take off attack rolls and ability checks.
Okay. Right, guys, I don't want to be hit anymore.
Back to the top of the round. Florian, you're up with Celeste preparing. We might run a little bit later than normal. Sorry, guys.
It's all right.
Perhaps we might see the lesser spotted Yorick the healer.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Well, I take that as we're all in then, Melissa. Another hit with the quarterstaff.
Do it.
Oh, so close. Natural 19 though.
Yep, that hits.
For 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
And then I will try and unarmed strike again for my bonus action.
Go for it.
And again, that one misses. So, yes, that is all.
Okay, Celeste, you are up with me at preparing.
I can't see what's going on at the back, so I can't do anything, and I can't reach, even if I did see what was going on at the back. So I'm just going to carry on with what I'm doing, which is reaching out and touching Chalador.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, that's what you got to do.
And I will chalice Florian.
That sounds really weird. But
So it's 8 points to Chalador and 7 points to Florian.
nice.
Merci beaucoup.
How much to Florian?
7.
That's your total hit points, isn't it?
Rude. Anything
And
else,
that's my
Celeste?
go. That's my go.
Okay, Miette, you are up with Gus preparing, please.
I'm going to withdraw another dagger and stab at her in the face twice this time.
Nice, do it.
And miss completely.
Oh no, what did you roll?
Without adding anything to them, 2 and a 4.
So what would the 4
Which,
be?
at best, that's an 11.
Oh no, sorry, that's not quite good enough. Anything else? Or just stand
I'll
ready?
just... Well, no, I was thinking more of the bearing fangs and looking intimidating than the being pretty, because, you know,
Okay, no,
someone
that
who's
works.
trying to kill me, I don't want to impress them with my beauty.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Gus, you're up with Snow preparing.
Okay, I'm going to try and heal myself.
Go for it.
Woo, with a D8 -1. Oh, max, that's 7 points of healing.
Very nice. Anything else?
No, that's my go.
Okie dokie. Snow, you're up with the Auric preparing.
Okay, so Snow is going to move back to his other position.
Okay,
So,
round here, yeah.
yep, so there'll be sort of a blur of movement in front of Melissa.
Okay.
And he's going to go for the sort of same position as before.
Yep. So, Melissa, you see just this Snow was there, paw on your shoulder. Now he's back round behind Fake Veil 2.
Fucking hell. Just done the same again on the first one. It's a natural 20, and it's
Nice.
a 10 on the second one, which I believe doesn't hit.
That won't hit, I'm afraid.
No. So it's Sorry, that's 8, 11, 21. Math is hard. 27 points of damage.
Wow. Okay, lovely. You can feel your daggers tip to tip inside Vale, not Vale. Don't appear to have hit any vital organs because she's still standing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Thank you. Anything else? No.
No, that's...
Okay, Yorick, you're up with Melissa preparing, please.
Can I tell that the hit that I've just taken was more than just a barbell punch or smack?
Well, make an insight check.
Yeah, 19.
19. You've fought Hargrim before. He never hit this hard.
Yeah.
In fact, he was a bit of a pansy if you took his weapons away.
Yeah. That he nearly just one-shot me.
Yeah. So this is not right. Something's off here. This is not barroom brawl rules.
In that case, the hammer is going to move.
Uh-huh.
And it's going to come in with me and drop its load on Hargrim.
Hey!
Yeah.
But I've got a minus D4, haven't I, to my attack rolls?
You do, yes.
Okay. Wait, what's that? That was a natural 18. Minus 3 for 15, plus 6 for 21.
Yep, that hits.
Let's just throw that there for 9 points of force damage.
Nice.
So that was my bonus action. My action, I'm not taking any shit now. I'm going to reach out and touch him.
Okay. Reach out and touch base.
And cast inflict wounds on him.
Ooh, hello. Go for it. What have I got to do?
I have to make an attack roll.
Oh, it's a spell attack. Okay, cool.
It is, yeah. A natural 20.
Minus your D4. But it's a natural 20, so a natural 20 is a natural 20.
That's insane because this is crazy damage.
Okay.
I don't think I've got enough D10s for that.
Maybe D&D Beyond can help you out. Make sure you use the pink fluffy dice.
Oh, I've got red something dice.
You're a pink fluffy dice?
Yeah.
I got dice.
Pink fluffy dice. If you're a subscriber, you get pink fluffy dice.
Oh, I definitely need to turn those on. That was 26 points of necrotic damage.
Ooh, lovely.
Nice.
That was a very low roll.
Hargrim sort of
Yeah,
reels.
that was very low for a
Hargrim
D&D.
reels back. Oh! Oh, right. Oh, it's like that, is it? Fine! Anything else?
No, that's all I got.
Okay, Melissa, you are up with me preparing.
I'm going to take a step closer towards the camera to get a better view of her.
Because that's not confusing for me at all. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going to go there. Okay.
Yep, so I can get a better view of her.
Yep, sure.
I'm then going to kind of trace a heart and cast Hex on this
Hex.
figure.
Okay, I have a hex.
Bonus action. And disadvantage on, we'll say, strength ability checks. Actually, no. Disadvantage on charisma ability checks.
Charisma, okay.
And then I am going to shoot her.
Sounds like a reasonable thing to do.
And I'm going to use the sparkly die.
Because
Thank you,
you're...
sparkly die. Natural 20.
Oh!
With all the dice. Though
Yes.
I don't know how much of this she resists.
Sparky fabulous dice.
Okay, so piercing. 15 points of piercing damage.
Ouch. Okay.
11 points of necrotic damage.
Wow. Okay.
And 7 points of fire damage.
7 points of fire damage. Okay. But she screams at you. Ah, hot sick! Ah!
I don't stand imitators. Especially my love. And I'm already preparing an arrow for the next round.
Okay.
That is my turn.
Okay, so it's my turn. This dude is going to attack Florian, which is a 24 to hit.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Which is one of those. So that's 7 points of bludgeoning damage and 3 points of psychic damage. And a
Okay.
wisdom saving throw, please.
18 again.
18. Yeah, you are so angry. You can feel again these tendrils reaching into your mind, trying to grasp your brain, but you're not having any of that shit. That's its go. Big turn. Not quite. It's going to attack you, Melissa. Which is a 17 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. 8 points of bludgeoning and 8 points of psychic damage and a wisdom saving throw, please.
16.
16, that's a fail, I'm afraid. 8, 11, 13 points of psychic damage, and you now have a D4.
You have to get a different coloured D4 from
attack
mine.
rolls and ability checks. Okay, that's its go. Trelador, you are up, my man, with me preparing, then Florian.
Okay, reckless and great weapon again.
Do it.
18. Oh, hold on. 16 to hit.
16 hits.
Lucky D12's gone. 12, 22 to hit. 22 points damage.
22 points of damage. Okay. So you swing and you split this thing in half, and it just, you hear a scream and it disappears. This disappears. This disappears.
Theory
This
proven correct.
disappears. This disappears. And Trelador, you feel power like you've never felt before. Your axe glows a sort of strange purplish light, as you can see. No one else could see this, but you could see purple motes springing from the thing you just killed into your axe. And that'll be all for now. More on that later.
Oh.
Anything else, Trelador?
If I feel powerful, I'll probably just smash up a table or something.
Cool.
Like,
I'm still standing
You,
there.
you smash the
fine.
table and Miette manages to leap off to safety. We hope.
I'm still in a rage, so.
Okay, so my go. What we got left?
Ouch.
Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's fine. Yeah, this dude's gonna hit. Yeah, it's gonna hit Florian again.
Understandable.
18 to hit.
Most definitely.
Okay,
Most def.
that is. Yeah, that's fine. 18 to hit. That is.
Must
5.
you all get hit, please?
5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Mm-hmm.
And 3 points of psychic damage. And a wisdom saving throw, please.
If I don't make this throw, I'm down. Oh, 18 for 21.
Yep, you make that. That's fine. Again, your rage still carrying you through these grasping tendrils of your mind. Okay, so that's its go. Florian, you are up with Celeste preparing, please.
Okay. I turn round to him. I am feeling like absolute crap right now. I've got to try and do it, so I do nothing, and I take the dodge action.
You're not going to hit it or anything?
No.
Okay. So you're going to take the dodge action. You're not going to hit it, spend a key point, and do patient defense.
No. I'm just going to do that.
Okay. Righto. Your choice. Celeste, you're up with Miette preparing.
Do you even monk, bro?
I'm going to shuffle over to Melissa, put my hand on her shoulder, cast Cure Wounds, and Chalice Florian again. And that is 10 points to Melissa and 7 points to Florian.
Nice.
Thank you, darling.
We all know who the real MVP is here. It's your healer, I'm saying. Okay? Okay, so, anything else, Celeste?
Please stop being hit.
Miette, you're up with Gus preparing.
Just to clarify on the map, who are the enemies at the moment?
Enemies in this room are this guy here, this one here, this one here, this one here, that one there. Well, you haven't seen this one hit anything. This one has hit Gus. This one is obviously hitting Gus, and that one's hitting Yorick.
I shall step in beside Florian and attempt to stab her.
Go, roll for stab a bitch.
On one of them I get a 21.
Nice, nice.
And on the other I got a natural 1.
Okay, not so nice. So roll your damage for your 21, including your sneak attack, because it's engaged with Florian.
$11 points stabity.
11 stabity. Boom! Yip, 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 yip. As you stab
Nice.
this thing, it just sort of dissolves into nothingness. And all the other creatures around you have disappeared. Apart from the dwarf on dwarf action that's going on the top. Anything else, Mia?
Yeah, if the barman's gone, I'm going to head behind the bar and look for the money box.
Okay.
Good plan.
Okay. Gus, you're up with Snow preparing. Gus, the dude in front of the barman's just disappeared. Also,
Ah!
the other guys that you've been fighting have disappeared, and Miet's appeared.
I'm not going to shoot me yet, but Hargrim's punching, smacking. Was Hargrim using a weapon to hit?
No, he was just
Yorick?
punching him.
And is that other guy still behind him?
Yep.
I'm going to shoot Hargrim then.
Fair enough. Roll it.
Do I still have a minus D6?
You do.
Okay. So
That
that,
can't go possibly wrong at all, considering James's rolls, can it?
No,
Surely
no,
not.
it'll be fine.
absolutely right. That's 11.
No, 11 does not hit, I'm afraid.
And I say, where did they all go? What's happening? That's my go.
Snow, you're up with the Yorick preparing.
Okay, from where I am now, because I've got a clear line of sight, can I see Hargrim?
You could... I mean, yeah. There's two dwarves smacking the shit out of each other at the top of the room. It
Okay,
looks like Hargrim.
I'm going to use my feline agility, which gives me 80 feet of movement.
Okay, where would you like to be?
And he's going to blur across the room and appear behind Hargrim.
Okay.
And he's just going to basically reach around and put the dagger sort of tip to hilt in front of him.
Uh-huh.
Is there a reason why you're attacking my friends?
Well, it's a bar fight, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's over now. Stop.
It's not over till somebody's lying on the floor, pal. You know the rules.
Do you still have the coin I gave you?
Obviously.
And that will be it.
Okay. Yorick, you're up with Melissa preparing.
Did Hargrim have a go in that last round?
He did not, actually. No, I must have skipped him somewhere after Tranador's go. Many apologies. I'll take that now. Thank you.
Can I just have one thing? Do I recognise... Is his mana completely...
Well, let me just get this one
Yeah.
over and then we'll sort that out. So let's just sort of rewind time a little bit. Just okay. So he's going to try and attack. Actually, no. What's going to happen is this one's going to go over here and try and attack Gus with a 14.
Nope.
Okay, and a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh dear. Here we go. And I've got a minus D6 off this as well.
No. Ability checks, not saving throws.
That's not so bad. Oh, 16.
16 is still a failure, I'm afraid.
Oh, okay.
So that is 4 points, 5 points of psychic damage, and you now have a D8.
Oh my word.
I don't even need it because I'm so bad at rolling.
Well, you're just about to get a little bit worse. Okay, so that's its go. So then Snow, zip, zip, zip. Yabba, yabba, yabba. And then we were up to Yorick.
Yeah, okay.
There was Melissa preparing.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sort of steady myself, give him a look, drop the hammer while I'm staring at him,
Okay. Go for it.
16 to hit.
Yep, 16 hits.
That's good. For 7 points of bludgeoning.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to do the same again. I'm going to try and inflict wounds.
Go for it.
20 to hit, not natural.
Yep, that definitely hits.
And that's just... one, yeah, good.
Still no healing then, huh?
See,
Don't
the
need to.
first one was crit, and it did exactly the same damage. That's 24 points of necrotic. My first roll was awful.
Okay. How would you like to do this?
Yeah, I was trying not to outright murder him, but I don't think I can recover him.
You've failed.
Yeah. Well, I've dropped him to 0 with necrotic damage, so it's done.
Yeah.
It's just going to have been with a fist, just a sort of blackened, powered fist that just strikes him across the head, and he's just...
Okay, as you do that, he just dissolves into nothingness. And the other guy in front of Gus disappears as well. And we are out of initiative. And that's where we'll leave it for today. Because
where do they all go?
It's very late. Oh wow, that was yeah, that was good fun.
I went down to 3 hit points there.
Yeah, I was on 5.
I went down to 1 on the first round.
This is very true. This
wow.
happened.
Yeah, if I'd have failed my wisdom save, I would have been out in one go.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, shout out to the MVP of the game.
I really don't want to tempt bait, so I'm not even going to speak.
Yeah.
Yes, Mr. I never get hit by any fucker.
Yes, very good fight. Very intense.
I'm rouging efficiently. I'm stabbing things in the back where it's not focusing on me.
This is proper rouge behaviour. Yet, learn here.
I'm not stabbing anybody.
It did occur to me just like I'm doing this wrong and I'm facing her, but at least her attention isn't on me, so it's kind. And then we compare to Snow's usual damage rolls. It's kind of like, well, why do I even try? I mean, you're going to have performance anxiety compared to that.
Yeah, I feel like just Snow was just going stab, 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 stab.
No, it was more a case of stab, twist, twist, stab, twist.
It's the equivalent of Snow having these epic, really shiny, beautiful daggers, and someone's handed me out a pair of safety scissors.
Yep, that's that. Yeah.
Although she does have an equally shiny, equally sharp dagger.
Mm-hmm.
Not much use in my roll for shit all of the time, though.
Yeah, she kind of had more luck with her claws, just like swiping at it. But yeah, that was really good fun. Thank you guys, that was brilliant. Really enjoyed that.
I think I picked up on what the encounter was when I realised that only like 1 or 2 of the NPCs were attacking us, and on each other's initiative.
Nearest.
Yeah, I thought, hang on, there's definitely something going on here, but Alyssa didn't know that.
No,
so
well, obviously, you know what it was, but your characters don't. So.
Oh, yeah. And if I'm honest, when Celeste saw that tether to me, that connection I had, similar to one she saw Florian had, I had figured out at that point that it probably wasn't my sister, that was probably Vale.
Well, I don't know what the hell's going on. Either my character or me.
I just want to drink beer and get in bar fights, and I think that's all right.
That worked for me. I was quite happy with that.
Typical dwarf behaviour.
I nearly got some action as well.
You did, yeah.
And he poofed out of existence. So.
So the one problem with being the character I am, when I can't get my Drake in, then I can't really do much at all.
Oh, I don't know. You did all right with your Zephyr Strike.
Well, yeah, that was
a good move.
Yeah, but the rest of them. But there's no way I would have called in Bridris in the middle of a city for one thing. But then when a dwarf turned up, there's absolutely no way. I might have called him in at the end if I was in real trouble. I was about to call him in, but then the dwarf turned up, so there's no way I'd do it then.
Wasn't dwarf though.
Well, I didn't know that, did I?
No, exactly.
Looked like a dwarf to me. It sounded like a dwarf. It hit like a dwarf.
Yep. Well, no, it hit harder than dwarf.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was the answer to what you said. Now, no healing, no, because there's no way I could heal the 32 points of damage that he did in one round. There's no point in me healing because he would have just wiped me out anyway.
You need to try and murder him before he murders you.
Try and murder him first.
Yeah. I just feel like singing at the moment. Soft kitty, warm kitty, stabby, stabby, stab.
Yeah, sounds reasonable.
Just steal from me, why don't you?
So, Trelador, I will message you.
Oh no.
A demon, a devil curse axe.
Yeah, it's a real bitch when your DM gives barbarian a cursed axe.
I promise I will not moan about it every single game.
Oh,
if it is cursed.
Big difference.
Okay, I will message you. Can you roll me a d8, please?
Oh dear.
You mustn't forget though, I had the same with my swords in the other campaign with the
You chose that.
2.
No, Dad was controlling what I did.
Okay.
And
You chose to have those swords.
And
No,
you chose to be a dumbass barbarian.
Not to have them controlled by the DM.
Yeah, because I was going to give you like super duper swords that, with no penalties whatsoever. Yeah, that works.
Yeah, that's what I expected.
Yeah, I know. That's not what was going to happen.
Get wrecked.
Where are you? There you go. Let's have a quick message to you.
Yes, if you gave a shiny cursed axe to a barbarian with 4 intelligence.
Yep.
Yes.
Well, no, I didn't give it to you. You found it and you took it. It was your choice, not mine.
Again, 4 intelligence.
Wasn't that the one that we got given as a gift for dealing with the zombie problem? So yeah, you did give it to her.
I don't remember.
Was this the one where the bank got raided by
The
practically all
detectives.
of our party, apart from me, who was trying to defend from zombies?
There you go, Dan. Right, okay, well, we better get this stream finished because otherwise we're never ever going to be able to go to bed ever again. So, thank you all for watching. It was brilliant fun. I hope you enjoyed it. Please join us again next week when episode 21 will be out. And we love you all, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.